contemplating all of my goals. Look, will I fold or will I chase them? I got adversity, two options. I can handle it purposefully or I can let it. Gun up for war, point out the target, show me the giants. Hold your applause, just getting started, sitting the lions. Ambition ain't for the weak, I see it before I speak. Ready and willing, is you ready for me? With or without your rain. Oh, you try to make me stay. No, there's nothing you can say, but I'll find a way. Now I ain't looking for handouts, I'm looking to stand out. Got the vision coming, watch how it pans out. I've been writing my plans down, trying to stay focused, put out the notice. Who the GOAT is, me hands down, yeah. No time for arguments, I cut out the politics, no. It's all my competence, I could cause your apocalypse. Ambition, it ain't for the weak, get it even when I sleep. Ready and willing, what you ready to say? But I'll find a way, with or without your rain. Oh, you try to make me stay. No, there's nothing you can say, cause I'll find a way.
I went to Dorchester High School, and the summer team was going to, they didn't have enough kids to play, so my buddies just asked me to play. So I played in Dorchester when I was in grade 13. And after that summer, I signed free agent with the Blue Jays and played in their system for 4 or 5 years. And then after that, they hired me as a coach, so I coached with the Cedar Gaston. After that, I went back to London, finished school, and I played for the London Majors. I'm sorry.
Boo.
And
they'll be here on Tuesday night, by the way.
We got to beat those guys.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we owe them one.
Yeah, so, yeah, and then I guess I'm top 30 all-time players with the London Majors. And it was nice. Harry started this here and asked me to come out, and it was nice getting back in the game.
Well, I'm going to tell you, we're so pleased that this is year 2 here for you. I know he's got to travel, folks. He travels up and down the mighty 401 to be here for every ball game and practice and that, and we certainly appreciate it. Let's talk about positions that you had the opportunity to play over your career.
As an outfielder. In high school and stuff, you'd play shortstop and things like that, but as an outfielder, I could run back in the day, and so, yeah. That was, my positions.
I heard you had an arm like the great Shaker Mosby.
I could throw a little bit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, we are so pleased. Steve Charles, former Toronto Blue Jay and now Chatham-Kent Barnstormer, first base coach. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the time, bud. Thank you.
I got a feeling Ed Myers and Mike Renier might be up there in the booth tonight, and what a great job they do. And, the next time I'm on the air, I'm going to give you another Ed Myers fact, because there's a million of them. We'll be back with more baseball momentarily.
He's got a lot of stuff on you, Ed Myers.
He does. As I said a couple of times, I had the pleasure of teaching Peter at one time, and I often wonder how much I was able to teach him. I'm not sure.
He's turned out okay.
Yeah, I did.
He's turned out to have a good life, a great man. Thanks to Peter Cobb. Welcome in here to Fergie Jenkins Field on this beautiful Saturday night. About 3 days ago, it looked like it was going to be a rainy night and this game was going to be in jeopardy, but I don't see too many clouds in the sky. It is a beautiful night for baseball.
Probably the best night we've had so far. No wind, sunny day, and people are filtering in, ready for, we hope, another exciting night of baseball.
And as Dan Dickerson said earlier on this afternoon, because I was watching a Tiger game for a few innings, he said it's a beautiful day for baseball because every day is a beautiful day for baseball. Well, and you can't disagree with that.
That's true.
Father's Day, a day early here with the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. A few fathers and sons playing catch on the field just a few minutes ago, so honoring dads here this weekend. And a good matchup tonight in the Intercounty Baseball League, the IBL. It's the Hamilton Cardinals in town tonight to take on the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. Your Barnstormers, the hottest team in the IBL right now, 4-game winning streak going into tonight.
Yeah, they had a great week last week, and as you said, they won 4 in a row. Their batting has improved. Their pitching probably is the most improved in 1 year. I was talking to Harry Muir before the game. We were discussing how 1 year under the belts of some of the young pitchers from last year has really helped them. They started with no experience last year in a brand new league and not knowing what to expect. They had some problems early with finding the plate, but they settled in toward the end of last year, and they seem to have been able to continue that on this year. Walks were a big problem last year. That's been eliminated, never totally eliminated, but certainly been improved upon. So I think the pitchers with 1 year experience have shown pretty strong this year.
We'll talk about the pitching matchup coming up in just a couple of minutes as our pregame show continues, and really a couple of evenly matched teams in the IBL. Still very, very early in this season, but both are kind of competing for third spot right now. The Hamilton Cardinals, they've played, I believe, the fewest games in the league right now. They've actually had quite the run-in with Mother Nature in the first month or so.
I think they had 2 or 3 rainouts in a 10-day period, which is really tough to try to make up.
And we'll talk about, too, one of the big things for fans. A longtime major leaguer is on the roster for the Hamilton Cardinals, a former Tiger, actually, for a long, long time, Fernando Rodney. We'll talk about him as the broadcast goes on, but they're kind of using him in the closer's role, and he's kind of relishing his time here in the IBL.
Yeah, he's been effective. He got the save last night in their 3-1 win over Toronto, and I'm kind of curious to see if he gets in there and pitches. I certainly followed him when he was with the Tigers, and he had a long career. He was with the Tigers 2002, 2009, and a variety of other teams after.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, he was maybe half the league over the course of his major league career. To see a lefty getting a nice little ride around the field surface here at Fergie Jenkins Field. Beautiful night on this Saturday as we're just on the cusp of Father's Day here. A lot of father and son duos here in the stands as the fans are filing in to Fergie Field. We'll continue with our pregame show, and on the theme of Father's Day, we actually bring on a couple of great guys we've had the chance to meet so many times over the last couple of seasons. Brian and Spencer Marcus, who is definitely one of the fan favorites of the Barnstormers.
Certainly has been, and he has been solid and consistent since the first game he played, and continues to hit well and field well. He is definitely a permanent spot in the lineup, and he's noticed out there every game.
A close-knit family as we introduce you to Brian and Spencer Marcus as our pregame show continues.
Father and son duo with me now, Spencer Marcus, his dad, Brian. Thank you guys so much for joining me today.
Yeah, no problem.
Spencer, I gotta say, I feel like anytime you get introduced, it's the first thing people say, but first ever Barnstormers player signed. Does that get old hearing that, or is that kind of like a flex for you?
No, I don't think it gets old. It's kind of not really a flex either, just kind of something to be known for. It's kind of nice just to hear that. It was a special moment in my life, so I think it's cool to be remembered that by.
And how are you finding the second season versus the first season?
There's always things to work on. I like the team a little bit better this year. I feel like everyone works well together. It's just a matter of time before you start seeing that on the field, but I like our odds this year.
Like I said, your dad, Brian, is with us too today. Very exciting. Tell me a little bit about your history with baseball, Brian.
Well, actually, I don't have a lot of history. I didn't play a lot of sports growing up, and my thing with my kids, I wanted to make sure they tried every sport because I lived on the farm and did my thing on the farm and dirt bikes and stuff. So when we had Spencer, we say introduce him to the soccer, the hockey, the baseball, and he loved every sport, and he did well at every sport. His main thing was hockey and baseball together in parallel. So he went right to minor midget, AAA, and then baseball always shined a little bit more. So once he got to minor midget, AAA, then that was it, and he continued with the baseball. And lucky enough to get a scholarship and move on and get a degree out of it. So it was great. Yeah.
So what's it like for you? And a lot of people who have kids in sports, they don't get to have their kid close to them. They're either traveling or they're playing somewhere else. So what's it been like for you to have that experience and to see him play and kind of be a hometown favorite, a hometown hero in front of 900 hometown fans every single game?
Yeah, so one of the things, when he went to New York, Niagara, New York, the first year he was there, COVID hit. So baseball was canceled. He missed a season. we didn't see any baseball. Then the following year, we couldn't travel to New York for any live games, so we had to watch on YouTube. And, so the nice thing now, the third season we actually got to travel finally, and then he took a couple years off, and now that he's in our backyard playing, it's making up for all those that lost time watching. Now we can come, watch live. It's great. And then of course he had a great year last year, so it even made it better, and great for him, great for me, great for the community and the team. So
for sure.
Yeah.
And Spencer and Brian, you can chime in too, but from the outside looking in, it looks like the support from the Chatham-Kent fans has just been outstanding. Is that how you feel going in game to game?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to see people showing up, same faces all the time too. I'm sure it's a lot of sponsors, which it helps make this team possible, and all the stuff that we get and the facilities we get to use, it all comes together in the end, which is pretty cool to see.
And you probably feel that too, the support from those hometown fans.
Yeah, just I never really thought about. I think everybody said the same thing. You don't know what to expect when this team started here. So, Spencer wanting to play, and then being the first signee, and then the game started, and I couldn't believe the response. It's just been great.
Awesome. And then really quickly, you guys are doing the first pitch for the Father's Day game. You teaching him something, Spencer? You ready to go? How's that arm looking?
I don't know. We threw a lot in the backyard, so I think he's ready.
Can't wait to see it. Well, thank you guys for joining me. Can't wait to see the first pitch. And happy Father's Day.
Back here at Fergie Jenkins Field, Mike Renier along with Ed Myers and the rest of the crew here, all ready to go on this Saturday night IBL action. It's the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers and the Hamilton Cardinals, and ready to go for some good baseball. We have a good matchup here tonight, and as we mentioned at the top, we have seen a mix of pretty much everything go right for the Barnstormers. Pitching, hitting, you name it. It's been great for this 4-game winning streak.
It has been. It's shown a lot of consistency. We added a few new players to the lineup over the last 2 or 3 weeks. They have shown well. Our second baseman tonight, shortstop, Evan Morrison has started very strongly in the league. He's hitting 444, I believe. Yes, and he's certainly been quite a factor in a lot of those games. So the pitching has been consistent, and timely hits, and the results were four consecutive wins.
Here you see your starting lineups for both teams. Duncan, Nickel, and Salazzo. We'll see them at the top of the first here for the Hamilton Cardinals. And you've got Carlos Dominguez coming over recently for the Cardinals. He's in right field. Yoki Pena, he's a designated hitter. Jaden Brown out in left. July Vittini, he's going to be your catcher for Hamilton tonight. Batting number 8, Russell Young on first base. And Tommy Reyes-Cruz batting 9th. And at 7, and Enrique Saldana, he is your starting pitcher for the Hamilton Cardinals tonight. For your Barnstormers, leading off Evan Morrison. He's had a good showing to kick off this season for the Barnstormers. He's your second baseman. Spencer Marcus, who you just saw, and with his dad on this Father's Day weekend, he is in center field batting second. Mitsuki Fukuda, he was just actually bestowed an honor on the field. He bats third and behind the plate.
He's quite the catcher. We've watched him over the last year, and he can do it all as a catcher and also can hit.
Barnstormers Player of the Month for Fukuda, so that was a nice honor for Mitsuki. He bats third and behind the plate. Timmy Wagner Jr., he is the first baseman batting cleanup. Braxton Haggett, he's had another good start to the campaign. He bats fifth in left place. Robert Mackey, because
he is back in town.
Have to do it every time. He's at the hot corner tonight. Anthony Polowick bats seventh at second base. Another exciting player on the team this year, Yushin Ota. He's your designated hitter batting eighth. And Spencer Moran in right field and batting ninth. And hometown guy Brock Whitson on the mound for the Barnstormers. He gets the start tonight. So again, he's been impressive really since the birth of this franchise.
Yeah, he's one of the young guys that we referenced earlier. He started last year, and he had some control problems early, but came on really, really strong and had a great year, and it's been continued to be consistent pitcher so far this year.
Yeah, good numbers there for Whitson, as you see on the left-hand side of the screen. He's 1-0. That's a great ratio there. He struck out 6, and he's only walked 1 so far this season in 15 innings. That's very good ratio there for Brock. And just coming over recently is Enrique Saldana. He gets the nod tonight on the bump for the Hamilton Cardinals, as you see there, Welland Jackfish for a while, just recently coming over, so no stats for him tonight. But it should be a good matchup this evening. Great weather here at Fergie Jenkins Field as we're almost ready to go. And what do you think for the Barnstormers? What are the top things they got to work on tonight to maybe get a W and make this a 5-game winning streak?
Well, I think they need to continue doing what they've been doing. They've been very solid in the field. They make very few errors, mental mistakes. And again, we're playing against a team, Hamilton, that appears to be a bit of a rebuild at this point in time. So we'll see how their new lineup works out for them. And as long as we continue our consistent hitting and not leaving men on base, I think we'll be in good shape.
And how about our closer for the most part, Garrett Day? He was just bestowed a wonderful honor as he has been the player of the week for the league, for the Barnstormers. So Garrett Day, he was co-pitcher of the week, as you see there. And that's quite a line there. 4 innings pitched, ERA just a bit over 2, and you really needed him to be that sound arm, the back end of the bullpen, and he was a big reason why we've won 4 in a row.
Yeah, he has always been a consistent relief pitcher. He has been the closer since the beginning of the season last year. Has been very effective. He's a tall, 6'5" slinger of the baseball and throw strikes, and that's what it takes to be a consistent reliever.
Co-pitcher of the week in the IBL, Garrett Day, very proud of him. But how about Evan Morrison? He has really made an impact since becoming a Chatham-Kent Barnstormer this season. And look at that number, the first one that jumps out, I get that batting average.
444.
Yeah.
He, the one game in London that I went down with Dan to watch, he had 5 hits. And very good in the field, quick. Tonight he's playing shortstop. He's flexible enough to move over, and he's a really solid defender.
So we look for big things for Evan Morrison. I guess he's back in the lineup once again. Tonight, though, he plays shortstop, so he'll be in a busy spot tonight. He'll be leading off, which he hasn't really done a whole lot. It's been usually Spencer Marcus at the top, but it goes Morrison, then Marcus in the lineup.
A good 1-2 punch if they continue to hit the way they've been hitting.
Barnstormers, Hamilton Cardinals, IBL, both kind of fighting for position around the 3rd spot in the standings. Again, it's still very early on in the season as the lineups are being introduced here at Fergie Jenkins Field. Here are your standings as we put them up on the screen now. And again, the Welland Jackfish, they are running away with it. Again, still very early on, but 11-1. You've got to really tip your cap to that organization. They know how to put a good quality product on that field, and really for a fan experience as well.
They're the cream of the crop this year so far, and they've been in Chatham recently, and we know why they're 11-1. They're a very good team, the team to chase, I think, so far this year.
Barnstormers trying to make it 5 in a row tonight against Hamilton, and a beautiful, beautiful night here in CK. As we've got some nice sunshine going on right now. We'll see if that's a factor for everyone in the field here tonight. But still, a lot of the folks along the third base side, they've got lots of sunshine to contend with.
They got plenty of sunshine.
20, I believe it's 23 Celsius right now at Fergie Jenkins Field, the corner of Tweedsmuir and Queen in Chatham, and it'll get down to around 18 by the time we get later into the game. That's our forecast. We'll get to the game and the umpires coming up. Right now, we'll send it to field level and O Canada.
Brian Herrick, he's actually going to be playing it, not singing it, on his saxophone. Take it away, Brian.
gets a first, a saxophone, Oh Canada. That was a really well done rendition.
It's great, yeah. Different, very different.
Excellent job. Again, Mike Renier along with Ed Myers, Dan Dominguez, our statistician, Cole Dupuy, our producer, and hats off to Cole as I switch things around the pregame show here. He's following me. I'm not following the order necessarily, so he's jumping back and forth. So thanks to Cole for figuring things out as I'm on the fly here. Here's your umpires for tonight. Behind home plate, it is Brian Mudd. First base, it's Justin Van Horn, and your third base umpire is Sean Schaefer as we are getting ready to go here for a great Saturday night. Father's Day night here at the ballpark at Fergie Jenkins Field, and it wasn't that long ago that Fergie himself was honored and had that number retired in that right field corner. That was actually just 1 week ago from tonight, I believe, yeah.
Yep, a week ago, Fergie was up here talking to us, talking about the good old days in Chatham, and we're glad to see him.
Once again, your starting pitcher tonight for the Barnstormers getting the nod is Brock Whitson, as he gets his last few warm-up pitches in. I believe 3 games overall in the IBL here in this Saturday. It's been a busy day once again league-wide. Bit of an upset earlier in Guelph, actually, as the Royals lose to the Brantford Red Sox. Brantford winning just their second game of the whole season. They're now 2-11. As they upset the Guelph Royals. Guelph off to really a rough start in their own regard here. That was a 5-1 win for Brantford. And just getting an update from Dan Dominguez. 7-7 is the score in Barrie. Welland and Barrie tied at 7, bottom of the 9th up in Barrie. So that's a tight one there. As Barrie Baycats, they look to try and right the ship as they were off to a bit of a slow start, and they're starting to slowly rise in the standings. So
they got out of the blocks really quickly last year. They were leading the league for the first half of the year, and they had trouble getting started so far this year.
First pitch of the ball game, swing and a miss by Tyler Duncan. Nice pitch, a sinker there from Brock Whitson, and we are underway at 7:05 p.m. here at Fergie Jenkins Field in Chatham. Nice pitch to kick things off. Tyler Duncan, .265 batting average for the Cardinals in this young season. Pitch from Whitson, a multi-chopper to short. Long throw over, a little high, but he's back on the base, and that's an out. A 6-3 putout as Evan Morrison was able to field that one cleanly. A little bit of a high throw, but a nice recovery over by Tim Wagner at first.
It looked like he hurried that a little bit more than he probably needed to. I don't know whether he's accustomed to playing shortstop or not. Where he plays in college, I'm not sure. But he's been a very steady second baseman for us so far this year.
Brings up Brandon Nickel, second in the batting order for the Cardinals. And this one rides in a bit too inside, a little bit low too. Ball 1 to Brandon Nickel. 222 batting average coming into tonight's game. Shortstop for Hamilton tonight. This one, a bouncer in the infield to, now they're calling it foul off the plate, behind the plate. To be maybe a fairly routine ground ball, but
I think it hit his left foot, I think, off the bat.
Evens up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Very early on here at Fergie Field. Another great crowd in the sunshine. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and this one does catch the outside corner. Just caught a sliver of it. And Whitson gets the call. He's now ahead of the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jonathan Salazzo waiting on deck, the veteran of this league and long time in Toronto. Here's the 1-2, and this one grounded to third. Nice scoop over the hot corner, across to first, and a 5-3 put out. Robert Mackey across the diamond to Wagner, and 2 up and 2 down here. A couple of ground balls to start off this ball game.
Whitson is free and easy with his delivery, and that's quite a change for him from last year. He slings the ball now. He doesn't aim it, just lets it fly, which is the secret to pitching, and also a healthy arm. Here's
Jonathan Salazzo, and wants to work on that batting average a bit, but he certainly has some pop. He's got a home run, 182 coming into tonight. Takes the first pitch inside and low, ball one. Spending lots of time in the Toronto Maple Leafs organization. Now calls the Hamilton Cardinals home for 2025. Pitch from Whitson. This one is skied the other way to left, but well foul. And out of play. Well, after a busy week last week, Barnstormers had a stretch of something like 6 games in 10 days. They've had the chance to maybe rest a little bit this past week leading into tonight's game. Pitch to Salazzo's low.
You don't make any long-term plans if you're playing this league because you can play a lot in a short period of time. And most weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're committed, and usually another one through the week.
2-1, some nice movement there, but Whitson does not get the call. Now behind the count, 3 balls and 1 strike to Jonathan Salazzo. Playing third base defensively tonight. Here's the 3-1. This one skied to right. Not deep. Coming in is Moran. He makes the catch. And call it 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first inning for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers as they come up for the first time in a scoreless game between Hamilton and CK. You're watching Barnstormers live on your Saturday night.
My name is Spencer Marcus, outfielder for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers from Chatham, Ontario. The community support has been amazing for baseball. Everybody coming together. You never really thought of this town as a baseball town, more of a hockey town. I remember when I found out that Kent Essex Mutual Insurance wanted to do an interview about a hometown hero. I never thought somebody would look at just a baseball player like that. It takes a lot of support to make this team a success, and the Barnstormers wouldn't be where they are today without help from sponsors like Kent Essex Mutual Insurance.
Hey Barnstormer fans, want to win a $50 gas card just for cheering on your favorite team? Grab your phone right now and snap a selfie of you and your family and friends watching Barnstormers TV. Follow and tag at CK Barnstormers and Kent Essex Mutual Insurance at KE Mutual on Instagram. You need both tags and follows to qualify for the selfie contest. At CK Barnstormers and at KE Mutual. Share your selfie before the end of the game for a chance to win a $50 gas card.
Flip into the best summer ever at Great Lakes Gymnastics. Our PA Day, March break, and summer camps are packed with gymnastics, games, crafts, and non-stop fun, all in a safe, state-of-the-art facility. Spots are filling fast, so register today.
Get ready,
Grand Haven, Kentwood, yeah. Okay. Yeah, for some
Back here, bottom of the first inning at Fergie Jenkins Field. IBL Baseball Barnstormers live at CK. Take it on the Hamilton Cardinals. We're scoreless into the bottom of the first. And there you see the defensive positioning for Hamilton. Brown, Duncan, Dominguez in the outfield. Left to right, Salazzo, Nickel, Cruz, Young in the infield. Bettini behind the plate. And Enrique Saldana recently coming over from the Welland Jackfish. He gets the start tonight for Hamilton. And his first pitch is fouled off just above us as Evan Morrison, top of the lineup tonight for CK.
He's we said he's hitting 444, and not much more you can say. He really got out of the blocks and is hitting well. We mentioned in the top of the inning he did play shortstop at Grand Valley State this year, which is in Michigan. And Evan is from Mitchell, Ontario.
In Western Ontario.
Mm-hmm.
2 strikes a count on Morrison, Marcus, and Fukuda. Also up here in this bottom of the first. And this one jams him a little bit. Sends it to center field. Not too deep, but warning track depth. He actually got a lot of that one, but flies out to center field as Morrison is the first out. He flies out to Tyler Duncan. And 1 out, bottom of the first inning. Certainly, as we mentioned off the top of the broadcast, a fan favorite here in CK. It's Spencer Marcus. Nice feature off the top of the broadcast with him and his father, Brian. It's Father's Day weekend. His first pitch is just a bit high. Ball 1 to Spencer Marcus. Again, another healthy average, .375 batting average. And he's driven in 10 so far this young season. This one in the dirt, bounces in. And Marcus ahead of the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Saldana gives a good look in on the catcher. 2-0 pitch. This is right back to the box, and a nice pickup there by the pitcher Saldana as he takes care of it himself, fires it over to first. And quickly 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. So both pitchers getting off to a good start.
Throwing strikes. It seems so simple to say, especially if you're a pitcher and you can't find the plate. Somebody say, throw strikes. Okay.
All right, well.
Yeah, I'll start in a minute.
Because you said so politely.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I will. Here's your catcher, Fukuda, goes the other way to first base, scooped up and on to Saldana, covering first, and that's a quick out for Fukuda. And a 3 up, 3 down, bottom of the first, mirroring the top half of the inning. So a quick first inning here at Fergie Jenkins Field. We're scoreless, Hamilton and CK on Barnstormers Live.
Get ready, Hamilton. It's the 2025 IBL Home Run Derby and All-Star Game. Hosted by the Hamilton Cardinals at beautiful Bernie Arbor Stadium. Watch the league's top sluggers crush moonshots in the Derby. Then see the best of the best go head-to-head under the lights in the All-Star Game. Grab your tickets now at HamiltonCardinals.com because this summer, the stars shine brightest in Hamilton.
Whether personal, agricultural, or commercial, Inyo Pest Advisors are here. Inyo. Bigger than bugs.
Back here for the second inning at Fergie Jenkins Field. It's Barnstormers Live, and we're brought to you by our great friends at Kent Essex Mutual Insurance Company, Ontario's trusted insurance provider. And a big hello, too, to Great Lakes Gymnastics, where every day feels like a celebration. Great Lakes Gymnastics bringing you the pregame show every game here with Barnstormers Live. Mike Renier along with Ed Myers, second inning. That was probably one of the quickest first innings we've seen in the IBL in our year plus doing this.
It really has been. They say a lot of strikes thrown and a lot of decisions were made quickly, and it was a very quick first inning.
3 up, 3 down on both sides as Whitson goes back to work for CK, and Carlos Dominguez will greet him to start this top half of the second. And some good movement there. And check swing. He did not go as they go down to check with the first base umpire, Justin Van Horn. Dominguez, another new face here for Hamilton. He lines one to left field. That's a base hit. Haggith gets over there quickly. And a big turn at first, but it's going to be a long single for Dominguez. Coming on over here. So he makes a good impression with his new team. He's on to kick off the second inning.
Yeah, that ball just sort of laid out over top of the plate, and it didn't go anywhere, and he certainly didn't miss it.
Yoki Pena now up for the Cardinals, left-handed hitter, fifth in the lineup. 207 batting average as you see there. He's driven in 4. Pitch from Whitson, finds the hole right-hand side. That's another base hit. And Moran has some trouble fielding it and right, and maybe he gets a bit of a gift there as staying put is Dominguez at second base. He probably could have easily moved down 90 feet to third with a couple of bobbles in right, but he stays put. However, Hamilton with first and second, nobody out to kick off the second inning.
See what they do here, whether they'll they haven't been scoring a lot of runs as of late. They won last night 3-1 in Toronto. Whether they'll sacrifice or not, or will be swinging away.
2 on, none out for Jaden Brown. Pretty healthy 286 average coming in here. Whitson, 2 looks back at second base. He delivers. Nice pitch. Hits the outside part of the plate. And kicks off Jaden Brown with a strike. Another look back at second. Healthy lead at second. And this one trails outside just a little bit. Didn't miss by much to Jaden Brown. Count even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Whitson getting Dominguez back to second. Pitch goes outside and low. And now behind in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike as Dominguez looks to be a bit of a distraction for Whitson right now. Final just comes through in Barrie, bottom of the 10th. Baycats winning 8-7. Swing and a miss. Nice movement. And Brown takes a whiff there. Back to even, 2 balls and 2 strikes from Brock Whitson. So a 10th inning win for Barrie over Welland. Exciting game up there this afternoon. 2-2 pitch is low.
It's only Welland's second loss.
I believe so.
I think so.
Yep, 11-2 now is their record. And Barrie gets back to the 500 mark. They improved to 6-6. Quite a logjam in the middle of the standings. Again, very early on, but a lot of teams right around that 500 mark.
Still sorting some things out, as we witnessed with the Cardinals making some changes in the last few days.
This one skied to the right. Not an easy play at first. Still in fair territory, making the catch. And tagging up and coming to third successfully is Dominguez. But hanging with that ball was Tim Wagner. He had to stay with that and fighting the sunshine, too, along that first baseline. That was not an easy play, but he made it.
That's a tough play, going a ball right over your head. I think if the second baseman wasn't playing in double play depth, he might have been over there. Great play by Wagner, and he made a good throw to third as well.
So Dominguez gets to third base, and Pena stays at first. So runners at the corners with 1 out. Infield comes to double play depth. Here's July Vittini, your catcher tonight for Hamilton. Whitson's first pitch, a sweeper, goes low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Swanee gets under it and fouls it off. Right behind us.
It missed us.
Yeah, it did.
We know when it hits the roof. We
all jump and our heart rate goes up a little bit. Yeah.
It gets loud.
1 ball, 1 strike from Whitson. Now preoccupied over at first from Pena. Dominguez at third. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Pitch from Whitson, rides high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Barnstormers hit the road tomorrow, a Father's Day road game. Steve Pitts in Toronto. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and this one again skied well foul along that right-hand side. And a foul ball souvenir for some kid. I just saw about a group of 6 kids go running over there.
They sprint out of here. Same anywhere you go.
Very good Saturday night crowd. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch from Whitson. Swing and he's out. Right, he swung and missed, and catcher wasn't able to hang on to it, but nowhere to go at first base being occupied.
Yep.
So that's a strikeout for Brock Whitson. That's a big second out.
Big strikeout, yeah. Whoops.
And now the umpires are coming together here to converge. As we'll take a look here and see the replay on that last pitch. I don't know. Nope. Looked like it was a clean swing and a miss, and that's what they do ultimately rule. And the strikeout stands. So 2 out, runners at the corners. The strikeout of Vittini. That'll leave it up to Russell Young.
Big strikeout in that situation because you had potential to score with a man on third, 1 out, sacrifice fly. And now he's got 2 out. He can work on the batter.
Swing and a miss from Young. Maybe got a little piece, but into the glove of Fukuda. Just the second game in a Cardinal uniform this season for Young. 1 for 4 in his other appearance. Just this weekend. That one right down Broadway. Nice fastball there from Brock Whitson. And he's nicely ahead. No balls and 2 strikes on Russell Young, first baseman for Hamilton.
See what he comes up here with a 2-strike pitch. If he throws something on a nibbler on the outside corner or
Maybe
out of the strike zone.
Yeah, we'll see. Here's the 0-2. Nice movement. Doesn't get the call now. Run down. And here's Wagner. He'll do the honors. He'll touch the runner. And got him in a rundown. So they'll take that. Didn't get the strike call, but they'll take the third out on the bases. And that's going to do it for the top of the second inning. No runs across, couple left on. Bottom of the second we go. It's Hamilton nothing, CK nothing coming up in the bottom of the second inning. Barnstormers live on your Saturday night.
Whether personal, agricultural, or commercial, Inyo Pest Advisors are here. Inyo. Bigger than bugs.
My name is Spencer Marcus, outfielder for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers from Chatham, Ontario. The community support has been amazing for baseball. Everybody coming together. You never really thought of this town as a baseball town, more of a hockey town. I remember when I found out that Kent Essex Mutual Insurance wanted to do an interview about a hometown hero. I never thought somebody would look at just a baseball player like that. It takes a lot of support to make this team a success, and the Barnstormers wouldn't be where they are today without help from sponsors like Kent Essex Mutual Insurance.
Attention business owners and marketers. Imagine your brand in front of a live, engaged audience, right here, right now. This space is the perfect opportunity to showcase your product, service, or message to viewers in real time. Whether you're looking to boost sales, build awareness, or grow your audience, we've got you covered. Don't wait. Secure your spot today.
Back here at Fergie Jenkins Field Saturday night, Mike Renier along with Ed Myers. Glad you are tuning in from wherever you're tuning in. Let us know where you're looking in from tonight on this feed. Let us know in the chat, and love to hear from you. Beautiful night for baseball, and lost in the shuffle on that rundown to end that top of the second end. We failed to mention that there was a run scored. The run did come in from third base, so Hamilton does lead.
Smart move by the runner at first, who stopped halfway down and knew if he could get in a rundown. And the runner at third took off for the plate. Well, if he scores before the tag is made, the run counts.
So enamored in that pickoff and that rundown. Oh, yeah, runner from third did come in.
Forgot something.
Chopper by Wagner, and it goes through the third baseman and into foul territory. He's going to dig for 2, and Wagner is going to get there standing up. It looks to be probably a 2-base error. We'll get the official score, but a nice way to kick off the bottom of the second from Timmy Wagner. He will take that. Looked like it was kind of an in-between hop, but not an easy one. Certainly in the sunshine, that probably was a factor too.
Yeah, he got caught between playing the ball on his back foot and charging the ball. It sort of ate him up. The ball got on top of him and got by him.
E5 is the official score. Wagner will take it. 2-base error. He's in scoring position all of a sudden. And the game's tying run, 180 feet away. Here's Braxton Haggith now. Catches the outside part of the plate. Called a strike by Brian Muntz, your home plate umpire tonight. Justin Van Horn at first and Sean Schaefer, third base umpire tonight. .242 average for Haggith so far this season. And he certainly has some pop in that bat. This one rides outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 run, 2 hits, and an error for the Hamilton Cardinals. 0-0 so far for the Barnstormers, trying to bring that error around. Standing at second base. Nice movement in there, and a slider catches the inside part of the plate.
Throwing hard. We can only guess how hard he is throwing, but throws hard and he throws a heavy ball.
Still need that fundraiser for the speed gun.
Yeah.
Still need to get one of those. 1 ball and 2 strikes from pitcher Saldana to Braxton Haggith. Swing and a miss. Again, that heat just a bit too much for Haggith to catch up to. And he goes down on strikes. First strikeout of the night for Saldana. Batting 6th in the order. Here's Robert Mackey at the hot corner. He's your third baseman tonight. Hoping he gets a bit more playing time as the season goes on, and I'm very sure that he will.
Yeah, he's very versatile. He's played second, short, third, and pitch so far for the Barnstormers over 2 years.
Getting some really good movement on the pitches early on for Enrique Saldana. No balls and 1 strike. Robert Mackey, Anthony Polowick standing on deck. Timmy Wagner at second base. He's got a fairly sizable lead back there. And this one framed by the catcher Bettini, but he doesn't get the call. Pitch is a bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Saldana taking his time once again, trying to find the sign that he likes. Looks back to second. And swing and a miss. Again, good velocity. And Mackey couldn't catch up to that one. So now it's Saldana ahead of the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Quiet here tonight. Find it quiet.
A little bit so far.
Yeah, it's really quiet.
Maybe until that first Barnstormer run comes through. Pitch from Saldana and a half-hearted swing and a miss. And back-to-back strikeouts as Mackey goes down swinging. Sometimes we find that it takes until that first couple runs come through, and then the crowd really gets into it.
Yeah. Just mellow tonight. It's such a nice day, and everybody's just sort of settling back and looking forward to the sun setting, let's say.
Next 45 minutes or so. Now here's a wild pitch all the way to the backstop, and just jogging down to third is Timmy Wagner. And that one just kind of got away from the pitcher Saldana. He says, oh, that's my bat. So a wild pitch on Saldana. So now tying run 90 feet away in Wagner. Anthony Polowick trying to drive him home. See, they're trying their best now. They're trying to get in the game and make some noise for you. Just for you.
Maybe they heard.
Polowick an even 200 average coming into this at-bat. Saldana comes set, and the pitch again, trying to get framed to get that inside part of the plate, but does not get the call from the umpire, Munt. And 2 balls and no strikes, Polowick ahead in the count. 1-0 lead for Hamilton. They scored in this top of the second. .2-0 right down the pipe. 2 balls and 1 strike, but I guess the Barnstormers certainly will take that exchange of that run scored with the run down of the runner that they got caught between first and second. Especially after you had 2 on and nobody out to kick off that inning.
Get out of it. And I say it was really a great play by the runner on first.
Here's a chopper right-hand side. That's well foul.
And the Barnstormers were wise to take the out. There's a lot of times when you stop and try to throw home, he's safe, and then you still got a runner at second base. So it was probably the right move at that time at the game.
2-2 count on Polowick. Trying to drive in Wagner at third. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Well placed by Saldana. And 3 straight Ks, leaving that error of Tim Wagner at third base. He is stranded. And we go into the third inning. 2 complete here at Fergie Jenkins Field. 1-0 Hamilton with the lead. It is Barnstormers live.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see, Dom. You're the decider. I'm the judge?
Yeah, because you're the perfect here.
Okay, I'm going to get who's going right here. What's your name? Kane? Kane is the winner. You guys are all awesome, and so is Maple City Bakery for sponsoring this one.
Top of the third inning to complete here relatively quickly in Fergie Jenkins Field. 1-0 lead for the Hamilton Cardinals on the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. Barnstormers trying to push their winning streak to 5 games. In a close game so far here as we begin the third. And Russell Young coming back here as you see the defensive lineup for the Barnstormers. And Russell Young comes back to the plate. He was left standing there last inning with the rundown at first between first and second, which ended that inning. Barnstormers trading that out for a run. The only one we've seen so far here tonight. So it's Young, Reyes, Cruz, and back to the top of the lineup with Duncan, 8, 9, and 1 in the order. Brock Whitson just loses that a little bit low in the zone. And behind in Russell Young. That time, good movement. It's the strike zone. 2 balls and 1 strike on Russell Young. Pitchers for the Barnstormers, third as we speak in the IBL in walks allowed. 11 games in, 39 is what they've allowed. So in the upper echelon of the league. And Whitson able to fight back in the count here, 2-2.
That sharp breaking looked like a slider. Just catching the outside corner.
2-2 pitch goes high, and we're filled up now on the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I've noticed early on both starting pitchers have some really good movement.
They're both slingers, so the fastball will move.
3-2 pitch, another good movement there, going from one side of the plate to the other, and he's getting a piece of it, fouling off is Young. Three and 2, the count on Russell Young. Reyes, Cruz on deck waiting. 3-2 pitch, and this one will do it again. Fouled off the end of the bat. And a sharp foul off to the right-hand side. Those kids in the right-hand side, they're going to chase after a lot of foul balls here tonight. They'll sleep well tonight.
There's a stream of them that fly down the line and the ball goes out of play.
Good spot to be for foul balls. Whitson, 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Good movement on that pitch. And Whitson battles back to strike out Russell Young.
Yeah, the fastball was getting by him. He wasn't keeping up with his fastball, and he threw a couple of good breaking pitches and came back with the fastball and got the strikeout.
Another strikeout with Scott Curry of TD Wealth. Good fella, and whether you're planning on retirement, starting a new business, Scott is there to help you with TD Wealth. Bringing you that strikeout. And right back to the strike zone is Brock Whitson again on Tommy Reyes Cruz, your second baseman tonight for Hamilton. 2 Ks for Whitson. And another well-placed pitch. Just down to the outside part of the plate. And quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. So he's certainly got the confidence high so far early in this game. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called! 3 in a row, and makes quick work of Tommy Reyes Cruz. Another strikeout. Make it 3 straight strikeouts for Whitson. And we go to the top of the batting order.
Not sure what he was arguing about on that one. I think that ball was right down the middle. I think he got fooled. I think he was looking for a breaking pitch, and he got the fastball, and he sort of froze on the pitch.
Brings up Tyler Duncan back to the top of the order, and this one goes low. 65 coming into this at-bat here for Duncan. First time up, he grounded out to short. Pitch to Duncan. This one flew out of his hand. That was going to be a ball out of the zone right from when it left his hand. 2 balls and no strikes.
Didn't get down through that one.
There's great movement there. Right into the strike zone. Big curveball. It's 2 balls and 1 strike now on Duncan. 2 quick outs. Nobody on here. Top of the third and a 1-0 Hamilton lead. And this one chopped right back to the mound. Nice from Whitson. He's got to hurry, and he does. He turned on the jets right at that last moment. And he does it all himself. Whitson with the put out, and 3 up, 3 down in the top of the third inning. It's still 1-0 Hamilton over CK. We go to the bottom of the third on this Saturday night with Barnstormers Live.
The second annual Barnstormers Golf Tournament takes place Tuesday, July 15th at Willow Ridge Golf and Country Club. Barnstormers own Garrett Day will also be in attendance. To register, contact us at the emails on screen.
Looking for a fun, active way to keep your kids moving? At Great Lakes Gymnastics, our recreational classes are all about building strength, coordination, and confidence, all while having a blast. And when it's time to celebrate, we throw birthday parties kids will never forget, packed with games, gymnastics, and tons of smiles. In our safe, state-of-the-art facility, every child gets the chance to shine. Join the fun at Great Lakes Gymnastics, where every day feels like a celebration.
Hardline drive up the middle. Whoa! Lindor out of nowhere. How did he do that?
That Lindor can play. I don't know about that hair. And don't get me started on those gloves.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
It's time for a revolution. The Ref 1X by Rollins.
It's us again.
Bottom of the third inning here at Fergie Jenkins Field. Mike Grenier along with Ed Myers, and we're all suited up here with our good friends at Hard 90 trying to get the angle there.
Yep.
Those are sweet. So Hard 90, oh, you've got some extra stuff there too. Hard 90, thanks for hooking up the Barnstormers, clothing them nicely. You've got some great gloves here.
Sleeves as well.
Arm sleeves, and yeah, so thanks to Hard 90 for being on board with the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. They brought them up. I wonder if these are ours to keep. I will definitely
You never know.
Shinoda starts off the bottom of the third for the Barnstormers, 286. He's had 1 round tripper so far and driven in 3. 8, 9, and 1 in this bottom of the third. 1-0 Hamilton. There's a mighty swing from Oda there. He was going to go over the field house with that swing. Behind the count, 0-2. From Saldana. This one lined up the middle. That's going to fall in for a base hit. And a leadoff single for Yushin Oda. Get the Barnstormers in flight here, bottom of the third. Number 9 hitter Spencer Moran. Leadoff single for Yushin Oda. Spencer Moran in his familiar spot in right field. And looking for bunt. This is a beauty bunt along the third base side. No play as the pitcher just has to eat it. Picked up by Saldana and nowhere to go. So that is just perfect there. A great bunt from Spencer Moran. First and second, nobody out.
It was. I was just going to comment. He's hitting .333 and batting ninth. I find that unusual. But maybe that's always been hitting in the bottom part of the lineup, so maybe that's just where he is comfortable or where they want to play him. But great bunt.
Showing the depth, I guess, too, with the offense, the options you have for CK.
Interesting player from the beginning of last year to present. He steadily got better.
First pitch just missing the mark for Evan Morrison back to the top of the lineup. Boy, ever since you said the crowd was quiet, they immediately responded to you.
Should be sitting down there, maybe.
Yeah. Or maybe they're watching in the stand. This one, a mighty hack by Morrison, fouls it off. 1 ball and 1 strike. Good start here to the Barnstormers. Bottom of the third. Now they've got to cash in with a single from Oda and a bunt single for Spencer Moran. First and second, nobody out. So a great opportunity here in this bottom of the third. 1-1. Bouncer to the right-hand side. Might be 2 as they go to second base for 1. Good speed, though, to first base. And that goes wide and in the dugout. And that's going to draw the tying run in for the Barnstormers. That throw went wide into the dugout. And Ota comes in to score to tie up the ball game at 1-1. And now we've got an injury over at first base. Looks like maybe an ankle. Maybe an ankle. There you go. There you see the replay.
They get tangled at the base, the runner and the first baseman.
So hopefully for the best over there at first base, and now I believe they're asking for some extra attention from the dugout. I believe that is Russell Young, the first baseman, and they're asking for some more help to come over and look at him. So that was a dangerous play over at first, but now he gets pulled up, and it looks like he's going to be relatively okay. He gets up under his own power. It looks like he's going to walk it off, so that's... See if he walks it off, or is he going to go to the dugout for a replacement? Well, it looks like he'll be all right. He'll stay in the ball game, so that's good to see. And after all the dust settles there, the Barnstormers have tied it up at 1 with Evan Morrison drawing that RBI.
No RBI.
No RBI. Oh, with the throwing error. That's right. So no run batted in.
No, there's only the one. I thought he got the second. He did get the second. Oh wait, that's that one. Morrison was saved at first, and when they threw in the dugout, he gets second base. And who has scored?
So fielder's choice. They got the out at second. And the relay to first went in the dugout, and that cashed in a run. So situation here, we've got 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on at second base. Here's Spencer Marcus trying to maybe get the go-ahead run in. He takes this one high and tight.
There was some confusion there at first base. I don't know if the runner and the first baseman arrived at the bag at the same time or whether the throw pulled the first baseman into the runner, but there was a collision regardless.
Everybody looking okay, which is the main thing. Huge lead at second. He's going for third. A throw down, and he is out. That was a good throw.
Tried the swim move on the slide. He was too far away, though, to make it successful.
So Morrison gets thrown out. And that will clear the bases. So base is now empty, and now we're 2 out. So the situation not quite as rosy for the Barnstormers, but still that 1 run in has tied the ball game. Spencer Marcus, and he sends this 1-1 pitch in the air, shallow right field, very shallow right field, right there. To haul it in is Jonathan Salazzo to end the bottom of the third. But the Barnstormers do get the game tire, and we're all tied up at 1. To the 4th inning we go with Hamilton and CK all knotted up. You are watching Barnstormers Live.
It's us again. Enyo Pest Advisors, 226-627-4944. Enyo, bigger than bugs.
My name is Spencer Marcus, outfielder for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers from Chatham, Ontario. The community support has been amazing for baseball. Everybody coming together. You never really thought of this town as a baseball town, more of a hockey town. I remember when I found out that Kent Essex Mutual Insurance wanted to do an interview about a hometown hero. I never thought somebody would look at just a baseball player like that. It takes a lot of support to make this team a success, and the Barnstormers wouldn't be where they are today without help from sponsors like Kent Essex Mutual Insurance.
Still selling critical illness insurance. Still selling retirement savings plans. Still selling group benefit plans. Still selling life insurance. Still selling disability insurance.
Are you selling insurance?
Not today. Play ball.
Welcome back to Fergie Jenkins Field. Beautiful night. Top of the fourth inning. We're all tied up at 1. Barnstormers and Hamilton Cardinals. Mike Renier along with Ed Myers. Cole Dupuis, our producer tonight. Stan Dominguez, statistician, and everybody else behind the scenes with another telecast here tonight with Barnstormers Live. Make sure you follow us on social media and online too at ckbarnstormers.com with your tickets to a future game. Always a great time, great fan experience every time here at Fergie Jenkins Field. And Ed, looks like another very, very good crowd here tonight.
Yep. Every game I look down that right field line thinking, well, it'd be really nice to have those new bleachers in, and they're not here yet.
They were supposed to be here, what, about
June 1st?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
And there's another 620 seats, I think they said, which will be a welcome addition to this ballpark.
There's a line shot down the left field line. That gets past the infielders, and this could be 2 here for the Cardinals, and it will be as he slides into second. That's a leadoff double for Brandon Nickel, as it looked like he got maybe jammed a little bit, but he made the most of it, able to muscle it down that left field line. So a leadoff double for Brandon Nickel.
That ball doesn't roll much in that grass this time of the year. It just sort of sticks out there, doesn't roll. Yeah. Yeah, that ball hit into the outfield and didn't go anywhere.
I think Dan Dominguez just volunteered to cut the grass.
Yes.
He did.
Multitasker.
Tomorrow we'll see him cutting the grass here. Here's Jonathan Salazzo up for the second time tonight for the Cardinals after that leadoff double. First pitch from Whitson outside and low. 1-1 tie. Cardinals scoring in the top of the second. Barnstormers getting that one back last inning in the bottom of the third. As we are top 4. Whitson looks back a couple of times to second. And the pitch grounded to first. Nice snag by Wagner. Now here is a race to first. And he gets there by about half a stride. It was pretty nonchalant as he was going to first to win that race, but he was pretty confident he was going to win.
And we lost in the play last inning.
Yeah, that's right.
Pitcher ended up going to making the play himself. I'm not sure what happened on that last play of the last inning, but it was an out.
Moving down to third base is Nickel. So now 1 out and 1 on. Here's Carlos Dominguez for his second plate appearance. He singled his first time up. Wagner in on the infield grass. Nice movement there. Breaking pitch gets in for a strike. No balls and 1 strike on Dominguez. He led off the second with a single. And now time is called by home plate umpire Brian Munt. A 1 pitch. Slips out of the fingers of the pitcher a little bit. And inside and low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brock Whitson. And we start tonight for the Barnstormers. Here's the 1-1. This one smoked to left field on a line, and that's going to fall in for a base hit in front of Haggith. That's going to be an RBI single for Carlos Dominguez, and Brandon Nickel comes in to score.
Second hit for Dominguez. 2 for 2.
2 singles for Dominguez. And he gives his team the lead once again. It's a 2-1 Hamilton lead. I'll bring up Yoki Pena, the designated hitter. 207 average. He singled his first time up, but he was also caught stealing. And here's another running situation at second base. Nice throw down, and he is out. Beautiful throw. We've become so accustomed to Fukuda being so calm and collected behind the plate, and he just slings it down to second. He's got so good accuracy.
Got the great arm and great feet. He is in throwing position when he comes right up through the ball, and he's just all one motion, and he's really a good catcher.
So that clears the bases, now 2 out. Situation gets better for CK there after that throw out from Fukuda. Great arm, and another great pitch there from Whitson.
I couldn't figure out what looks different about Fukuda. I think he got a summer haircut.
Could very well be. Yeah.
I was looking at him before the game. Looks like he's got quite a haircut.
Just feel cooler now.
Yeah.
And this one off the shin or the foot of Pena. And as you know, that hurts. Took a big cut at that one, so he's going to shake that one off. No balls and 2 strikes. He's behind the count, and Whitson in command here. 1 run in this inning for the Cardinals. 2-1 lead for Hamilton. Again, that situation helps a lot with that caught stealing, that arm from Fukuda. Again, the catcher named the Barnstormers Player of the Month right before the game tonight.
Anybody who catches should be watch Fukuda. His mechanics are perfect.
This one flies out of the hand of Whitson. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That is 8 caught stealing now this season for Fukuda, and that number 1 in the whole league. 8 caught stealing already in this season. Unbelievable. So why would you want to try stealing on his arm?
He really is very accurate, very quick to release the ball. And I say his feet are so quick. He gets in position rapidly and can make that play with ease a lot of times.
1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Whitson. Nice movement. Strike 3 called. It catches the outside corner. It sweeps around to catch the strike zone. And that will end the top of the 4th inning. 1 run in for the Cardinals. They retake the lead. It's 2-1 Hamilton over CK to the bottom of the 4th. We go tonight on Barnstormers Live.
Want to get your brand in front of a live audience? This spot could be yours. Reach engaged viewers in real time and make an impact. Don't miss your chance. Contact us today to get your ad here.
The Chatham Barnstormers have multiple summer camp opportunities available. Chatham's week-long summer camp from July 7th to 11th. Leamington's week-long summer camp from July 14th to the 18th. Then we head back to Chatham from July 21st to 25th. Wallaceburg summer camp between July 28th and August 1st. And finally, Dresden's summer camp between August 4th and the 8th. Contact us today at the email on screen.
Get ready, Hamilton. It's the 2025 IBL Home Run Derby and All-Star Game. Hosted by the Hamilton Cardinals at beautiful Bernie Arbor Stadium. Watch the league's top sluggers crush moonshots in the Derby. Then see the best of the best go head-to-head under the lights in the All-Star Game. Grab your tickets now at HamiltonCardinals.com, because this summer, the stars shine brightest in Hamilton.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 4th here at Fergie Jenkins Field. Mike Renier along with Ed Myers. A good game here tonight. 2-1 lead for the Hamilton Cardinals. Fukuda, Wagner, and Hageth due up for CK to try and tie it back up again. And first pitch catches a strike zone from Saldana. Hello going out to Leanne watching tonight. Leanne, she is in Collingwood vacationing. Off the end of the bat there, and a swing and a foul tip from Fukuda. So hi to Leanne. Joe's watching from Louisiana tonight. That might be our furthest viewer, I'm just assuming. Looks to be New Iberia, Louisiana. And Kevin's in Ancaster tonight, but a Barnstormer fan. This one just outside, sweeps outside the zone from Saldana. So Kevin watching from Ancaster tonight.
And Ian, if you're out there in Scotland, give us a shout. Haven't heard from you in a bit.
Where it is probably about 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. There's a line shot just foul.
Near in Scotland.
Probably around 2 a.m. But we know that he usually tunes into most games and even evening games, so he...
Got a new Barnstormer hat. And he's also a Detroit Tiger fan. So he has very good taste in baseball teams.
Can't win them all. Can't win them all. Rough game for your Tigers today. Very sorry.
Yeah.
Very sorry.
Yeah, check the standings. They're not too bad.
1-2 pitch. It's up the middle. Nice snag. And beating it out is Fukuda. But a good effort nonetheless. Second baseman Reyes Cruz ranging to his right, and he stayed with that one. And just the speed of Fukuda was a bit too much. So.
That haircut did it.
Yes,
that's just made him that much quicker.
So a single for Fukuda to kick off the bottom of the fourth inning for the Barnstormers. He represents the tying run. That'll bring up Timmy Wagner. He reached base his first time up on an error, and the third baseman now a pickoff attempt, and Fukuda gets back in a slide. Now Wagner started off the bottom of the third inning with that error. Looked promising, but then 3 straight strikeouts of Saldana got him out of that jam. And this one in the hole, left-hand side. Nice pick at short once again to second for 1, but way too late at first. But again, good range at shortstop. Brandon Nickel had to go a fair way to grab that one. Gets the force out at second. And a fielder's choice off the bat of Wagner. Six-4 fielder's choice. So now Wagner at first, and Braxton Hegeth steps in. First pitch from Saldana, swing and a miss, some good velocity there, and blows it right past Hegeth for strike 1. Hegeth to strike out his first time up in that second inning. This one skied to the left-hand side, and this one is going to trail into the crowd and bounces off of the concrete just past the stands there. Big bounce. Big bounce. No balls and 2 strikes on Hegeth as Saldana is ahead of the count on this one. Now the crowd gets a bit louder in the bottom of the fourth. 0-2 pitch, this one tapped to the right-hand side, fielded at first, and now looking at second, thinking otherwise, and just going to the first base bag himself. That's a put out from first baseman Russell Young. Tried to get that lead runner, but settles for the out at first. So now the Barnstormers have one in field, scoring position. Runner at second, 2 out. And Robert Mackey steps in.
Yeah.
Saldana looks back at second a couple of times, then comes to the plate. Now this one goes off the glove of the catcher, and easily coming up to third base is Wagner. That one hits the dirt. And a wild pitch again, as Saldana says, that's my bad. I got one away from me there. Back to the backstop. Usually we'll see that backstop be almost a gift for the fielders, as it will ricochet back to the catcher super fast. But
brick wall. It's a definite local
benefit.
Advantage.
Yeah. A couple of times we've seen the runners advanced regardless. 1-0 count on Mackey, and this one jams in on his hands.
Had a good swing.
Mackey striking out back his first time up in the second. That was part of the 3 straight Ks in a row from Saldana. Good RBI chance here. There is 2 outs, but tying run 90 feet away, and Mackey would love to bring this back on even terms. Here's the 1-1. This one skied to center field. Hit pretty well. It's deep, and it's gone! Robert Mackey goes deep to center field, and the Barnstormers lead 3-2. He got his pitch, and he sent it to deep center field. Therefore, Ed Myers, Mackey
is back.
He never really went anywhere, but he's still
a
reference to Bobby Dare.
He's a veteran Intercounty League player, and as I said earlier tonight, he's played many positions and comes up with very timely hits.
Here's
that was certainly one of them.
Anthony Polowick, first pitch swinging. He gets a foul ball off to the right-hand side. But that was something he was looking for, and he did not miss.
Oh. Got a fastball up and just kept it going right to the left of the center fielder.
3-2 lead for CK here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and this one trails low and outside on Anthony Pollowick.
Over our Postma heating and cooling sign.
I use them. Great company. Family-owned company for a long time here in CK. Here's the 1-1. This is smoked to right center field, and this is deep. And this is off the wall. Could be extra bases here as Pollowick tries for second. Throw is a bit wide, and sliding in with a double is Anthony Pollowick to keep this inning going. Now the Barnstormers have kind of found their groove offensively this inning. That home run, that long home run from Mackey, and now Pollowick with a double.
Something to be said for the second time through the batting order. You know, he had his own way with them first time through, and now they seem to be able to make more contact than they did the first time through.
Here's Ushinoda now up for the Barnstormers. Runner in scoring position. That double from Pollowick, still 2 out. 2 runs in for CK in this bottom of the 4th. Barnstormers up by 1 at 3-2. Pitch from Saldana, this one off the end of the bat. And Oda's up there at 1-1 now, the count.
Oda has a really unique batting stance. He's very upright. His bat is away from the body.
Kind of Mickey Tettleton-ish.
Yeah,
Not nearly as tall and filled out as Tettleton was back in the day, but kind of that same stance. That's who he reminds me of. 1-1 is outside the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike on Yushin Oda. Spencer Moran on deck.
Nice single here would be timely for the Barnstormers.
2 in. Looking for more. Barnstormers up by 1. This one trails inside and low. And now 3 balls and 1 strike. Every time we have the crowd being a little on the quiet side, we're just going to rely on you, Ed, because immediately after you said that, they perked up.
Oh, missed my calling.
All we need is one comment, and away we go. And they liven right up, and they have ever since. Their team now up by a run. 3-1 pitch is just in there for a strike, and that one catches a lot of people off guard as even Oda was starting to walk down to first base. He thought that was outside. Umpire Munt said, not so fast, sir. 3-2. The count is filled up on Yushin Oda. Trying to keep this hit parade going here for the Barnstormers. Trying to keep this inning alive. 3-2 pitch. And getting a piece of that one, fouling it off and staying alive is Oda. He singled his last time up back in the 3rd inning, not that long ago.
We haven't seen his versatility a whole lot, but he apparently can play any position and has played any position. So he fills in quite handily at catching when Fukuda has a day off.
3-2 pitch is outside this time. It's ball 4. And Oda draws the walk to keep the inning going. And now conversations coming up here.
54.
Pitch count at 54 for Saldana in this 4th inning. And certainly by far in the most trouble that he's seen all night. 2 runs in. 2 Barnstormers on base. Now a conversation at the mound.
Moran laid down a perfect bunt last time up. It was a sacrifice, I believe, but it was such a perfect bunt. He was able to reach first base for a single down the 3rd baseline.
Barnstormers able to push 1 across in that 3rd inning. But so far, the big inning has been this one. 2 across for CK. Taking the lead, and they're looking for more. Spencer Moran comes back up with 2 men on, 1st and 2nd. And again, decent opportunity to add on, get those insurance runs. First pitch up the middle, but snagged by the pitcher. Gets that glove down, and Saldana to first to end the fourth inning. But a good inning for the Barnstormers. They have taken the lead with 2 across, and a 3-2 lead for Chatham-Kent over Hamilton as we go to the 5th inning on Barnstormers Live on your Saturday nights.
They're going to show us their air guitar skills for a couple of seconds, and then you guys are going to decide the winner. So give it all you guys, rock out in 3, 2, 1. Get crazy, get crazy.
I'm going to mix it up on you. 2 seconds. Get ready.
Here we go.
Top of the 5th inning here at Fergie Jenkins Field. We have got a great ball game. 3-2 lead for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers as they take over with a couple across in the bottom of the 4th. And now Brock Whitson for the first time tonight. He's back on the mound and he's got the lead.
Been an interesting game so far. 3-2. Barnstormers scoring 2 in the bottom of the 4th.
The 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Cardinals up in this inning in this top of the 5th. And first pitch is grounded on the right-hand side and a flip over in time, a 4-3 putout. Getting there was Polowick and the flip to Wagner. And that's quick work of Jaden Brown, left fielder. 1 pitch and 1 out. That'll bring up the catcher for the Hamilton Cardinals in the 7th position in the order. That's July Vittini. He struck out his first time up in the 2nd inning. 4 Ks for Whitson so far here tonight. Starts Vittini off with a strike here. Good movement. Now the umpire had to think about that a little bit, but he said, yep, that's a strike.
It's like the same pitch. He just took a little off of it from the first pitch. Like a slider motion.
Quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2, that one.
Overthrew that one.
I've seen wasting a pitch on 0-2 before, and that's...
Didn't want to let go of that one.
No. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Vittini with Russell Young waiting on deck. 3-2 lead, Barnstormers top 5. Very pleasant evening here at Fergie Jenkins Field. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and this one line to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Haggett getting over there quickly, making a big turn is Vittini, but he will wisely head back to first. That's a 1-out single for the catcher for Hamilton. He got some good lumber on that one.
It's a good thing, or it might have been a double, because if it was rolling, it probably would have stopped.
Maybe we won't cut the grass then. We'll give Dan Dominguez
we'll
the
have
day
to
off.
have a conversation about this after.
And now Russell Young was scheduled to be up here in this slot, but there we go. So Josh Williams is now stepping in for Russell Young.
Young's feeling the after effects of that collision at first base.
That was quite something. He was laying down at first base for a couple minutes. And now Williams fouls it off his foot. But short time, a Chatham-Kent Barnstormer at the end of last season. Big, tall left-hander. Good power. And we'll take over at first base. So Young's night is done. And Williams with the no balls and 1 strike count. Barnstormers up 3-2. Whitson looks in for the sign from Fukuda. And the pitch, runner going to second. And once again, cut down. Another caught stealing from Mitsuki Fukuda. Again, it's becoming just routine.
Same everything.
Is that 3 for the night? Oh my goodness, 3 tonight. 3 tonight alone. As Vittini thought he could swipe second, but Fukuda says no. 3 caught stealing tonight. I think that's 9 in the season for Fukuda. No wonder he gets the player of the month for the Barnstormers.
Oh, he can play. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely. 2 down now in the top of the 5th. 2-1 the count, and this one again rides outside and low. And Williams
was
in the driver's seat.
watching Williams during batting practice earlier. He was just pumping the ball on that right center field fence. Big, strong guy.
Whitson ready, and the 3-1. This one sent the other way to left field. Here's Haggith. He's got a beat on it. He makes the catch. That will end the inning, so pretty economical there for the Barnstormers and Whitson. We've played 4.5. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th, and the Barnstormers enjoying a 3-2 lead. Glad you're here this Saturday night. It is Barnstormers Live.
Anything you want. Everybody say.
At Great Lakes Gymnastics, it all starts with our state-of-the-art 12,000 square foot facility built to inspire movement, confidence, and growth. From preschool to recreational classes, our programs are safe, structured, and designed to help every child thrive. For athletes with big goals, our competitive team trains year-round with experienced coaches and competes across Ontario. Whether you're just getting started or aiming for the podium, Great Lakes Gymnastics is where greatness begins.
My name is Spencer Marcus, outfielder for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers from Chatham, Ontario. The community support has been amazing for baseball. Everybody coming together. You never really thought of this town as a baseball town, more of a hockey town. I remember when I found out that Kent Essex Mutual Insurance wanted to do an interview about a hometown hero. I never thought somebody would look at just a baseball player like that. It takes a lot of support to make this team a success, and the Barnstormers wouldn't be where they are today without help from sponsors like Kent Essex Mutual Insurance.
Enyo Pest Advisor.
Saturday night. Trying to do a good ball game and beautiful weather. Bottom of the 5th, it's 3-2 lead for the Barnstormers. Welcome into Barnstormers Live with Kent Essex Mutual Insurance, Ontario's trusted insurance provider. And we're back to the top of the order with Evan Morrison leading things off in the 5th. The Barnstormers, Morrison, Marcus, and Fukuda. Evan Morrison, the beneficiary of 2 errors so far tonight. Officially 0 for 1, and he goes to bunt himself on, and he just outright misses that one. No balls and 1 strike. Flew out to center field his first time up to begin the bottom of the 1st, and reaching in a couple of errors. So Morrison back up for the 4th time. Good movement on that pitch, but doesn't get the call. Ricky Saldana, his 5th inning of work. This one stroked to right field, shallow but coming in, making the catch in a line is Carlos Dominguez.
Had a good jump on that ball.
Was able to track that one the whole way. Looked like it was dipping a little quicker than he might have expected it off the bat.
Yep.
Hung with it. So Morrison lines out to right. That will bring up Spencer Marcus for his 4th time. He's 0 for 3. He grounded out and he's flown out to right twice. This one sent to the outfield again. Lazy fly ball to center. And camping under it, making the catch is Duncan. So quickly 2 down here and a couple of flyouts. 1 to right, 1 to center. And this will bring up catcher extraordinaire Mitsuki Fukuda, as he has gunned down 3 would-be base stealers from Hamilton in this game alone. This is only half a game, and he's thrown out 3. And 9 overall this season. Slider catches the outside part of the plate from Saldana. No balls and 1 strike. Offensively, Fukuda singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. And this one hit hard into left field through the whole left-hand side, and a line single for Fukuda. His second hit of the night. He keeps the bottom of the 5th alive.
Since Fukuda arrived here, he arrived very shortly into the season last year, and he's been nothing but a great catcher, a good ball, and a popular ball player to the franchise.
Probably the number 1 fan favorite, I would say, certainly this season. It was a toss-up between him and Seth Strong last year.
He's always has a smile on his face.
And almost a pickoff, just getting back in time. His fingertips just got the base before the tag, as Fukuda was a fair bit off that bag and just got back in time. See Tim Wagner becoming a fan favorite here too. He's put on a good show since putting on the Barnstormer uniform for the first time this season. First pitch to him catches the inside part of the plate. And he thought that was a little bit inside, but it's a strike called from umpire Munt, home plate umpire tonight. Van Horn at first and Schaefer, your umpire at third this evening. Here's the 0-1 to Wagner, and that's 2 strikes. That catches the outside part of the plate. Wagner reaching on an error in the second, and a fielder's choice, a 6-4 put out. He grounded into last time up in the 4th. Again, thanks to Bill's International Pizza and Dog Days Barbecue. Meal sponsors tonight. 2 great spots to eat in CK. Tim Wagner awaiting. Saldana ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch is inside of the hands. Wagner flinching a little bit and able to get that call inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Seems to have really good control of his pitches. He's come inside to him twice. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see a breaking pitch outside. His next pitch.
Fukuda at first and 2 down. Saldana ready, and the pitch is fouled off again off the end of the bat the other way. And another race for that foul ball. And that grassy patch along the right-hand side. Good atmosphere on this Father's Day night at the ballpark. Fergie Field. Lefty, the mascot's got some moves. He's got the dance moves. Wagner set. Saldana the pitch, and this one the other way, and this one gets past the first baseman, picked up at second, and out at first base. A bang-bang play. Backing up that play at second was Tommy Reyes-Cruz. He gets over there to the pitcher covering, and that's going to do it for the 5th inning. We have played 5 complete here at Fergie Jenkins Field. The good ball game as the Barnstormers lead the Cardinals 3-2. Glad you're here on Barnstormers Live.
Inyo Pest Advisors, serving all of southwestern Ontario, where you live and where you work. Inyo, bigger than bugs.
Still selling critical illness insurance. Still selling retirement savings plans. Still selling group benefit plans. Still selling life insurance. Still selling disability insurance.
Are you selling insurance?
Not today. Play ball.
We have played 5 innings here at Fergie Jenkins Field. Mike Renier along with Ed Myers. Team owner Dom Donnell down there doing some trivia in the crowd. He's just all over the place as always, doing a great job. Fan engagement, his number one priority. And second season, he's doing a great job doing that. But he's everywhere.
He is everywhere. He's hard to follow around. He could be standing talking to you, and the next minute he's down the right field line. He's just on the move.
Like that whack-a-mole, you know? You don't know where he's going to show up from one second to the next. Top of the 6th inning here as the Cardinals back to bat. Down by a run. Barnstormers up 3-2. Tommy Reyes Cruz, he's your number 9 here. 9-1-2 in this 6th inning. Reyes Cruz, Duncan, and Nickel, your scheduled batters for Hamilton. This one grounded the other way in the hole. Nice pickup at short. Long throw over and a nice 6-3 put out. Evan Morrison looking comfortable there at short. Long throw over. And Cruz is out.
Yeah, he went to his right without any problem. Apparently, talking to Dan, he is a shortstop at Grand Valley State, so it's a natural position for him. He's substituting, or Logan, Sadler tonight, who has a lower body injury that he's been nursing for a couple of weeks.
Back to the top of the order we go for Hamilton. A swing and a miss from Tyler Duncan. This is his 3rd time up at the plate. 0 for 2. Last time he grounded out to the pitcher, who actually did it all himself. He won unassisted, where you don't see that play too often. This one off the end of the bat. Fair ball down the left field line.
Another run.
And this will be extra bases. More than likely, yes, sliding in with a double. That's Tyler Duncan. The 1-out double. He smacked that one hard the other way. And really, it took all of his speed to make that a double. That was closer than I thought it was going to be.
Dan, you got to bring your lawnmower Tuesday. London coming in. Get here early, and he can cut the left field.
We're making him wait till Tuesday. We're not making him work tomorrow. Team's on the road.
Well, yeah. If he was really a Barnstormer believer, he'd come in there, be here as soon as the sun comes up in the morning.
He's now ignoring us. We've hit the time of the evening where he's just shut us down.
I can lend him my lawnmower.
Here's Brandon Nickel now up for Hamilton. Runner in scoring position at second. That would be the tying run. 3-2, CK with a lead. Long look back at second. And that looked like a great pitch. It was a good movement, but no call from home plate umpire Munt.
Had been high.
Not too many people here agreeing with that call. 1 ball on Nickel. Swing and a miss. Nice movement there. Nice placement from Brock Whitson. Nickel 1 for 2. He doubled his last time up into 4th. And he's also grounded out to 3rd base. Tyler Duncan, runner at second. Whitson looks back once and twice. Now a 3rd time he looks back. Comes to the plate. Another nice pitch in the outside corner. And Whitson ahead. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This would be a big out here if you're able to retire Nickel. Then the task does not get any easier at all with Salazzo on deck. Whitson ready. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one grounded left-hand side. This will shoot foul.
Numbers are pretty similar. 2 runs for Hamilton, 6 hits, 2 errors. Barnstormers have 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors.
A very entertaining ball game. Yeah. Both starting pitchers really holding their own and doing quite well.
They have a lot of strikes, and they're in command.
Another couple looks back at second. Here's a pitch from Whitson again, in on the hands, and swinging was Nickel. He fouls it off once again, 1-2. But no, we have seen a very entertaining ball game, only halfway through. And 75 pitches now. That was pitch number 75 for Whitson, so he's thrown a lot of pitches so far here tonight. But still looking quite strong, in command of his pitches, locating the vast majority of them. 1-2 pitch. This one up the middle. This is going to get through, and a base hit. And rounding third, played the plate, and he is out in the plate! Oh, what a throw! And right there is the Hamilton coaching staff to argue, but they are not going to win that argument. What a relay from center field. Marcus starts it off in center field as we take a look here, and again, right on the money. That was a close play at the plate.
You notice Fukuda was just standing there as if the ball wasn't coming again.
So he played a little mind game.
At the last minute, he reaches out, catches the ball.
Tyler Duncan thinking that maybe he would score relatively easy from second, and towards the beginning of that play looked like he was going to score the tying run, but gunned down, and what another huge defensive play. Nickel does wind up at second, and a pitch to Salazzo's in for a strike. So a single for Nickel. He winds up at second on the throw. And Duncan cut down to the plate. Another great defensive play there for the Barnstormers. They still lead it 3-2. Pitch from Whitson does not catch the outside corner, does not get the call.
Notice the throw with Spencer Marcus in center field. He just came up throwing. He got his 3-step cross hop already behind him and just threw a strike to the catcher. Great throw.
Salazzo 0 for 2, runner in scoring position, dancing way off of second. And a swing. He goes around. Looked like he went around even from this angle, behind home plate, but they get the confirmation.
I don't think the umpire saw him go through. That's what the old joke used to be. Glad he didn't hit it with his check swing.
Whitson ahead, no balls and 2 strikes, trying to finish off this inning right here. 0-2 pitch is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 3 runners gunned down trying to steal from Fukuda. And on that play of the plate, Fukuda able to finish off that play. So he's been through quite some defensive plays there. As you see, Fernando Rodney
signing a lot of autographs through the fence out there.
And doesn't get the call on the outside corner. Fukuda was halfway to the dugout thinking that was a strike 3 call, but no, sir, says home plate umpire Munt, so it's 2-2 on Salazzo.
3-2 or 2-2?
Pardon me, it's filled up. Yep, that's filled up at 3-2. 3-2, so we'll see what happens here. Whitson comes set. 3-2 pitch, this one to first base. Nice play by Wagner to the pitcher covering Whitson, and he ends the inning. A nice 3-1 put out, and that ends the top of the 6th inning. Some great defense, and the Barnstormers still lead. They keep Hamilton off the score sheet in that half inning. It's still 3-2 for CK as we go to the bottom of the 6th on Barnstormers Live.
The 2nd annual Barnstormers Golf Tournament takes place Tuesday, July 15th at Willow Ridge Golf and Country Club. Barnstormers own Garrett Day will also be in attendance. To register, contact us at the emails on screen.
Still selling critical illness insurance. Still selling retirement savings plans. Still selling group benefit plans. Still selling life insurance. Still selling disability insurance.
Are you selling insurance?
Not today. Play ball.
That's a nice one. Yeah, Jacob, G-A-J-I-C.
No, it's okay. All good.
I just let you see that replay.
Well, thank you. New pitcher here for the Hamilton Cardinals. We are down to the bottom of the 6th inning. And this call to the bullpen brought to you by Main Street Credit Union, where your financial future is always in good hands. And here we go with Jacob Gajcik in the bullpen for the Cardinals, as he relieves Enrique Saldana, who put forth good effort and really good showing, starting pitcher for the Cardinals. He leaves down, though, 3-2 to CK.
Very strong showing in the pitching department. He was always around the plate, mixed his pitch as well, and pitched really well. I'm not sure of the pitch count, but he's been removed in the bottom of the 6th.
I can tell you, Saldana was 5 innings in, 3 runs, 6 hits, 3 strikeouts, and he walked only once. So that will bring you a fair bit of success when you have that ratio in a close ball game. And now Gajcik into the game here for the Cardinals, and he offers up a first pitch strike. Braxton Haggith leads it off here for the Barnstormers. Swan outside and low in the dirt, skips away.
Part of the strategy might be we have 5 batters coming up. 4 of them are left-handed swingers. Therefore, putting the lefty in there is an interesting strategy if that's what he's thinking. Mackey is only a right-handed batter to come up, and Mackey is on deck.
Gajcik only with a third of an inning pitched so far this season, so not much at all here. This one framed on the outside, but does not get the call, so that one will go the way of Braxton Haggith. He'll take that one. He's up 2 balls and 1 strike on this at-bat. Haggith, Mackey, and Polowick in this bottom of the 6th, 3-2 lead for the Barnstormers. This one again, a slider in the dirt, outside and low. Big pitch here for Gajcik, 3-1. This one sent off the end of the bat and foul off to the left-hand side. And this will fill up the count, 3 balls and 2 strikes on Braxton Haggith. Still looking for his first time on base tonight. He's 0 for 2. Last time up, he grounded out to first unassisted, and he also struck out 2. So this would be big for Haggith to get on base. Fire things up offensively here, bottom of the 6th. Gajcik ready. And the 3-2 pitch. This one's skied in the air. He gets under this one. Shallow left field. Now it's on the edge of the grass. And the shortstop will take care of that one to put out from Brandon Nickel. And that will retire the left-handed hitter Braxton Haggith for the Barnstormers. So 1 up and 1 down. And Robert Mackey steps in.
Robert had a big hit. Yeah.
Last time up was a moonshot.
Yep.
Takes the first pitch low in the dirt. Ball 1 is the chance of Mackey starting from the crown here at Fergie Jenkins Field. Another one that's very much a fan favorite in his time here. Gajcik looks in for the sign, and the pitch. This one catches the inside corner at 1 ball and 1 strike. Robert Mackey, Anthony Polowick coming up. Here's the 1-1. This one swing and a miss as the bottom fell out of that pitch. And now Mackey in the hole, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And some more warming up going on in the Hamilton bullpen. And a swing and a miss, and that is going to do it for Mackey as he goes down on strikes. I believe that might be in the bullpen. Caleb Sorosky, I believe that's who that was warming up in the pen, but get a confirmation on that if we can. 2 out, and nobody on here for the Barnstormers. Bottom of the 6th, they're nursing a 3-2 lead. And first pitch, a slider in for the strike, Anthony Polowick.
Just checked our lineup. I didn't realize until I looked. We have 5 left-handed bats in the lineup.
Right-hander to start the game for the Cardinals. Now, Gachik, the left-handed reliever. That one just missing the mark a little bit. Does not get the call. 1 ball and 1 strike on Anthony Polowick. He doubled his first time up. He's 1 for 2. You see Yushin Oda waiting on deck. He's waiting a turn here in this bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch to Polowick. This one rides high, flies out of the hand of the pitcher, and way out of the strike zone. 2 balls and 1 strike on Anthony Polowick. That one just curves in and catch the outside part of the plate again. Another call there for the Cardinals. The home plate umpire. 2 balls and 2 strikes, evening up the count. 2-2 with 2 out. Bottom of the 6th. Gachik ready once again, and now something didn't feel right, so he steps off. 3-6-0, the line score for your Barnstormers. 2-7-2. Couple of errors in the field for Hamilton tonight in a close ball game. Here's the 2-2 pitch, swing, and he gets a little piece of that bat on it and fouls it back to the backstop. And he stays alive. Polowick, 2-2. Crowd getting back into it here, bottom of the 6th. Here's the 2-2 once again. This one low. Good patience here from Polowick as he rides the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Brock Whitson, 6 innings pitched so far for the Barnstormers. We'll see if he comes out for the 7th. Well, nobody in the pen,
no.
So he's got that 1-run lead. And once again, Polowick gets a piece of that, fouls it off. Good at-bat between these two here with Polowick and Jacob Gachik. 3-2 lead for CK. Back on the road tomorrow. Barnstormers, Christy Pitts. 3-2 pitch. Outside and low. What a battle that was. And Polowick wins said battle. He draws the walk and keeps the inning going. We'll keep the line moving with Yushin Oda now coming to the plate for the Barnstormers.
See if Oda can keep things moving here.
Oda's scheduled.
Oh, not.
Sadler.
Oh, so we're going to get a
Sadler,
pitch
good
hit
one.
here.
Yeah.
Seeing nobody strolled to the plate there for a while, so.
I saw him in the on-deck circle, and then he wasn't there.
So pinch hitter for Yushin Oda, who had 1 official at bat. Oda had a single and a walk. And now Sadler Goodwin into the ball game to a nice ovation. He's got 1 on and 2 out. Bottom of the 6th. Polowick at first off the walk. Pitch to Goodwin is inside and low. Sadler Goodwin again quickly becoming a favorite here in CK. .417 average in this young season coming into this at-bat. Trying to generate even more offense here tonight, up 3-2. This one hits the inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Goodwin, .417. Couple of home runs. He's got 3 doubles. He's knocked in 8 runs, so.
And he's been on the limp there for the last 10 days or so.
Once he can get a full, healthy Goodwin, that'll be quite something. Up the middle, a chopper. This is going to be a tough one, but played nicely by the shortstop, and Goodwin grounds out to short and Brandon Nichols. So that's going to do it for the 6th inning as we've now played 6 complete. Barnstormers still with a 3-2 lead on the Hamilton Cardinals. You're watching Barnstormers Live.
My name is Spencer Marcus, outfielder for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers from Chatham, Ontario. The community support has been amazing for baseball. Everybody coming together. You never really thought of this town as a baseball town, more of a hockey town. I remember when I found out that Kent Essex Mutual Insurance wanted to do an interview about a hometown hero. I never thought somebody would look at just a baseball player like that. It takes a lot of support to make this team a success, and the Barnstormers wouldn't be where they are today without help from sponsors like Kent Essex Mutual Insurance.
Hey Barnstormer fans, want to win a $50 gas card just for cheering on your favorite team? Grab your phone right now and snap a selfie of you and your family and friends watching Barnstormers TV. Follow and tag at CK Barnstormers and Kent Essex Mutual Insurance at KE Mutual on Instagram. You need both tags and follows to qualify for the selfie contest. At CK Barnstormers and at KE Mutual. Share your selfie before the end of the game for a chance to win a $50 gas card.
Flip into the best summer ever at Great Lakes Gymnastics. Our PA Day, March break, and summer camps are packed with gymnastics, games, crafts, and non-stop fun, all in a safe, state-of-the-art facility. Spots are filling fast, so register today.
Get ready, Ham.
Well, we do have a call to the bullpen as Eric Pettipies now hits the mound for the Barnstormers in relief of Brock Whitson. Eric Pettipies, and this call to bullpen brought to you by Main Street Credit Union. Your financial future always in good hands. Bringing you this call to the bullpen, Eric Pettipies. And another good effort there, Brock Whitson, 6 innings in.
Very, very good start for Brock. Continues to throw strikes and pitch with confidence. And Eric Pettipies is another young guy who was with us last year. He recovered from Tommy John surgery. He didn't pitch until the end of June last year, and broke himself in last year with the Barnstormers, and has had a couple of really strong appearances recently. He's a good lefty coming in out of the bullpen.
Top 7, Hamilton Cardinals down by 1. The Barnstormers leading 3-2 in a great ball game. Eric Pettipies. 9 innings pitched in this young season, 8 of them 8 strikeouts. Key 7th inning role here for Pettipies, trying to keep this lead for CK. Nice pitch there as he gets the call. And quickly ahead of the count, no balls and 2 strikes. It's Carlos Dominguez leading off this inning for Hamilton. Dominguez, Pena, and Brown. 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Cardinals. Here's the 0-2. This one flies out of the hands of Pettipies. And outside by a fair bit. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, had a little bit of a screwball rotation on it. I don't know if he did that purposely or not, but it was moving outside.
There's the 1-2. Strike 3 call. Catches the inside part. 1 batter, 1 strikeout for Pettipies, and that's a big one as he gets one of the top hitters here for the Cardinals as Dominguez goes down for the first time after a couple of hits. Big strikeout there as Pettipies enters the game. Now Yoki Pena, the designated hitter, coming up here for Hamilton. Lefty-lefty matchup here. 207 average for Pena. First pitch from Pettipies. That rides just a little bit outside. 1 ball, no strikes. This one stung foul. That's a rocket off to the right-hand side, but well foul. And this one wrapping up a triple header in the IBL earlier today in Guelph. Brantford with the upset as Red Sox beat the Royals 5-1. thrilling one in Barrie, too, with Barrie winning in 10 innings over Welland, handing Welland just their second loss of the season, as this one shot into left field the other way for a base hit. And that's going to be a single for Pena. 1 on and 1 out. Yeah, Welland only losing for the second time. They're now 11-2 in the season. That's a big win for Barrie, as they get up to the 500 mark once again at 6-6 after a bit of a rough start for the Baycats. And this is the third and final game of the schedule in the IBL on this Saturday. Full game tomorrow, 4 games. Barnstormers, Christie Pitts in Toronto tomorrow at 2 p.m. opening pitch. Lots of business to take care of here before we get there, however. Pettipiece's first pitch outside to Jaden Brown, your left fielder for the Cardinals. 1 on, 1 out. 1-run lead for CK. Trying to extend their winning streak to 5 if they're able to hang on tonight. Nice pitch, outside corner. That's a strike.
Sitting in the corner. He's been in and out. He's moving the ball around. He's pitching well. Eric just graduated. He got his degree recently.
Looks over at first, and runner is going 1-1, and this one's skied in the air, foul, and this is going to be maybe behind us. I thought it was going to be on that tin roof in front of us, but we didn't hear it.
And that's good.
So we weren't scared.
No.
No matter if we know what's coming, we're still scared when it hits that loud tin roof above us.
Pena got quite a jump on Pettipiece that time. Should maybe take another look over there.
1-2 is the count on Brown. Here's the pitch from Pettipiece. Just outside. Does not get the call.
Good slide step by Pettipiece that time, holding the runner at first.
Pena, the runner at first, off that single. Jaden Brown at the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pettipiece takes a good long look over. Once, twice, 3 times. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. A big strikeout from Pettipiece. 2 out in the top of the 7th.
Well, what do you think? I'm going to send the runner? Tying run on first?
Based on how Fukuda has played tonight and this season, that would be a huge risk to do it. But again, kind of late-ish in the game, down by 1.
And get your tying run on second base.
3 for 3 is Fukuda throwing out runners tonight. He has looked just automatic. Swing and a miss. Nice heat there from Pettipiece. No balls and a strike. Here's Vittini, your catcher for Hamilton. He's 1 for 2. He's singled. He struck out. He was one of the 3 victims of Fukuda throwing down to second. He was caught stealing. Pitch doesn't get the call on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike now.
Eric gets from Dorchester. He played all of his minor baseball in London with the London Badger program.
Keeping the runner relatively close at first. Here's the 1-1. This one skied to center field. Relatively deep. Now going back. Still going back at the wall. Makes the catch up against the wall for the 3rd out. That was a loud fly ball. It kept carrying to center field and all the way to the wall. But Spencer Marcus makes the catch. We're done. 6.5. We'll stretch. And we'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Barnstormers with a 3-2 lead on Hamilton on Barnstormers Live.
Get ready, Hamilton. It's the 2025 IBL Home Run Derby and All-Star Game. Hosted by the Hamilton Cardinals at beautiful Bernie Arbor Stadium. Watch the league's top sluggers crush moonshots in the Derby. Then see the best of the best go head-to-head under the lights in the All-Star Game. Grab your tickets now at HamiltonCardinals.com, because this summer, the stars shine brightest in Hamilton.
Whether personal, agricultural, or commercial, Inyo Pest Advisors are here. Inyo. Bigger than bugs.
This fastball is moving. I think he's turning it a little bit. It's a little scroogey action. It's hard to tell. It's not off speed. I think he's turning it just a bit. At the last minute, it's moving over.
As we thank Bill's International Pizza in Wallaceburg and Dog Day Southern Barbecue, a couple of great places to eat. Our meal sponsors for the Barnstormers here tonight. Bottom of the 7th inning at Fergie Jenkins Field. He's got a good ball game here tonight. 3-2 lead for the Barnstormers. Mike Renier along with Ed Myers, Cole Dupuis, our producer tonight, Dan Dominguez, our statistician. All back ready to go here for another great night of Barnstormers baseball. And really, we've been treated to a really good ball game.
Lots of good ball tonight. A beautiful night for a ball game, and it's been close right from the very get-go. 3-2 Barnstormers, bottom of the 7th.
Now we're at the 9-1-2 area of the lineup here for the Barnstormers. Spencer Moran, Evan Morrison, Spencer Marcus. Two up here in the bottom of the 7th. An extra run or two would do the Barnstormers quite well, and they would not mind that in the slightest.
A run or two would help. Take the heat off.
Lefty-lefty matchup here with Gachik still on the mound for Hamilton. Moran 1 for 2. He looks for another bunt, and here's another good one. Falling down the pitcher, no play. He eats it, and the second bunt single.
And Dan called that one just a minute ago.
I missed that call from Dan. Good job. Yeah. Well, it worked a couple of times up there for Moran, so did it again. Another bunt single.
And the third baseman was playing in. That was interesting. Yeah.
So another bunt single for Moran. This kicks off the bottom of the 7th, and Evan Morrison trying to move him along in a tight ball game. Another lefty-lefty matchup here. This one rides outside and low. Ball 1.
It's tough when you got a guy hitting as much as Morrison is. Came into the game hitting .444, I believe. And, do you sacrifice bunt or let him swing? And obviously, they're letting him swing.
That was a close pitch there, but Barnstormers get the call, and Evan Morrison now up 2 balls and no strikes. Another busy week ahead here for the Barnstormers. Actually, tonight kicks off quite a busy run of games. We'll talk about this. 2-0 pitch right to second base, maybe 2 to second for 1, on to first, and that is a double play. 4-6-3 double play off the bat of Evan Morrison. So that erases the bunt single from Spencer Moran.
And the argument continues, right? Do you sacrifice bunt to try to get that insurance run or not? And I say I can't blame anybody for that, because if you got a batter up there that's hitting as well as Morrison, more than likely you're going to let him hit.
You just never know where your next big hit is going to come in this lineup with the Barnstormers. So I don't mind that call not going for the bunt. So, but it turns into a double play, so it's going to be 2 out, nobody on, and a new pitcher coming up here for the Hamilton Cardinals as they go to the pen. Number 4 comes in for Hamilton. And Sorosky is the new relief pitcher for the Hamilton Cardinals. As we go to the bullpen, called the pen, brought to you by Main Street Credit Union, where your financial future is always in good hands. With Main Street Credit Union, called to the bullpen again here for Hamilton, which will be the 3rd pitcher of the night. But for the Barnstormers, as we mentioned, with this game tonight, kicks off a pretty busy stretch because they're back on the road in short order. They're going to Toronto tomorrow. Christie Pitts will take on the Maple Leafs for an afternoon game. And then it'll be a 4-game homestand. So not a ton of travel here for the Barnstormers, but still lots of baseball.
Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
That's right, busy weekend. So London in town Tuesday night. And then a 3-game set with Barrie. I'm not sure if we've seen a 3-game series here in CK ever before.
They did it a 2-game series last year.
Right.
And this time I think they asked for the 3-game series. The trip from Barrie during the week can be hectic. And they'll be staying over Friday night and Saturday night and going home after the game on Sunday.
Well, I do believe that's the longest stretch in the IBL as it stands right now in terms of distance.
And the highway, too. You think you're going 400, 401. That interchange there where you're trying to jump back on 401 can be very busy. I would imagine it'd be hard to predict how long it would take you on a given day.
Right. Way too long. Way too long.
Yes.
So 3-game set here at Fergie Field next weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday against the Barrie Baycats. So lots of baseball ahead for the Barnstormers. And that stretch kicks off tonight in a good ball game. New pitcher here for the Cardinals. 1 pitch. And did he beat it out? No. A bang play at first. And out is Spencer Marcus. And again, nobody here really a big fan of that. But a 5-3 putout will end the bottom of the 7th. So a fairly quick bottom of the 7th for CK. And we go to the 8th. Still a very close ball game. 3-2 lead it remains for the Barnstormers. Glad you're here on a Saturday night with Barnstormers Live.
Whether personal, agricultural, or commercial, Inyo Pest Advisors are here. Inyo. Bigger than bugs.
My name is Spencer Marcus, outfielder for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers from Chatham, Ontario. The community support has been amazing for baseball. Everybody coming together. You never really thought of this town as a baseball town, more of a hockey town. I remember when I found out that Kent Essex Mutual Insurance wanted to do an interview about a hometown hero. I never thought somebody would look at just a baseball player like that. It takes a lot of support to make this team a success, and the Barnstormers wouldn't be where they are today without help from sponsors like Kent Essex Mutual Insurance.
Attention business owners and marketers. Imagine your brand in front of a live, engaged audience, right here, right now. This space is the perfect opportunity to showcase your product, service, or message to viewers in real time. Whether you're looking to boost sales, build awareness, or grow your audience, we've got you covered. Don't wait. Secure your spot today.
Not at 2 hours yet. What's that? So we're not at 2 hours yet. Around 9 o'clock.
7 innings complete here at Fergie Jenkins Field. To the 8th we go. Mike Renier along with Ed Myers. Glad to have you here on this nice Saturday night. Just talking about the timeliness of the game. We haven't hit the 2-hour mark yet. And with the risk of jinxing everything, it's been a great entertaining game and some good pace to go along with it. But naturally, we have just jinxed it.
And we'll have to get out the chili recipe soon, I bet.
Well, we've always said those chili recipes are for lopsided blowout games, and we certainly are far from that tonight.
We hold them close by just in case.
Fly ball the other way to left field. Long way to go. Sliding catch. Can't see what happened.
Got it.
Did they get it? Oh. Nobody in the field saw it either.
Can't see, he disappeared.
That was a great play by Braxton Haggett. He had a long way to go, but that's the blind spot for almost everybody here.
And I could just see him. He slid into the fence and made the catch.
But the entire crowd also was quite delayed in the applause. So
the fence goes out after the end of the dugout. You can't see that corner.
So a great defensive play there for Haggett. Josh Williams out to kick off the top of the 8th inning. One out, nobody on. And jamming the next batter, Tommy Reyes Cruz, the number 9 hitter. Starts him out with a strike on that foul. No balls and 1 strike. Had a piece with his second inning of action. Looking pretty good back in the 7th. He gets the call once again for this inning. This one rides outside and low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Second pitcher of the night for the Barnstormers. The Cardinals on their third pitcher of the evening. And this one misses the mark. 2 balls and 1 strike on Tommy Reyes-Cruz. 0 for 2. He struck out his first time up, and last time grounded out to shortstop. Two 2-1 pitch. That looked really good, but did not get the call. 3 balls and 1 strike. Now Garrett Day warming up in the pen for the Barnstormers, getting the closer up. Top of the 8th inning, Barnstormers up by 1 run. This one does catch the zone. Big pitch there from Pettipiece. It's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tyler Duncan will go back to the top of the order. He's on deck for the Cardinals. Pettipiece, 3-2 pitch. This one fouled off as Reyes-Cruz hangs in there, battles, and stays alive.
Dugout's waving the left fielder in. You can see why they don't want the double in this situation. If there was a single to go to left field, ball's been really held up in that grass.
3-2 pitch outside and ball 4 as Pettipiece loses Tommy Reyes-Cruz, number 9 hitter. So 1 on, 1 out. As Reyes-Cruz with a good battle, he draws the walk on Pettipiece. Another left-hander versus left-hander situation, Tyler Duncan. Certainly get into some good hitters at the top and middle of this lineup here in Hamilton. That one again, very close. Pettipiece does not get the call. Outside, ball 1. Good velocity on that one. You heard the snap of the catcher's mitt from Fukuda.
It's going hard for sure.
Here's the pitch, and this one again flies out of the hand of the pitcher, Pettipiece.
Leaving it up. They'll pull it down. Easy for me to say, right?
Well, might get a turn tonight. You never know. We'll see how this game unravels here. Might throw you out there.
I doubt it.
2 balls, no strikes. There's a swing and a miss as that one had the pitch, the bottom fall out. Tyler Duncan, Brandon Nickel on deck, and then if we get that far, Jonathan Salazzo. Look over to first a couple times from Pettipiece. Now he comes to the plate, and again, jammed on the hands, fouls it off the other side. That evens up the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the 8th inning, getting late in this one. And a good ball game, a 3-2 lead for the Barnstormers. Hamilton with a 1-0 lead at the top of the 2nd. Barnstormers tied at bottom of the 3rd. Hamilton going up 2-1. Top of the 4th and then bottom 4. Barnstormers able to get a pair and take the lead. Home run from Robert Mackey, your big blow so far in this game. And 3-2, and we haven't seen any scoring since.
Nope, that was it. A lot of goose eggs up there on the scoreboard.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Pettipiece. This one, swing and a miss. He took something off, an off-speed pitch, and he struck him out. That's a huge strikeout.
Good pitch.
Tyler Duncan goes down swinging, 2 outs. And now I think we're going to go to the bullpen as manager Gil Rondon comes out, takes that slow stroll out to the mound. And pretty sure that everyone's pretty happy with what Pettipiece has just done. He did a great job out of the pen.
Second time we've seen him in recent week, and he's 2 strong performances. And he's throwing with a lot of confidence and mixing his pitches, and did a really good job tonight.
So Pettipiece gets a nice hand from the crowd here at Fergie Jenkins Field as he exits. And it looks like it's going to be a 4-out save situation here for your closer, Garrett Day. Was just announced as one of the co-pitchers of the week in the entire IBL. So he's had a good stretch of games and hopefully kicking off another good stretch of games here tonight. You see 4 innings pitched overall, 2.2 ERA. And first things first, before we get to the ninth inning and any kind of save talk, we want to get out of the eighth inning and just get back to the dugout.
Garrett is a local guy. Played his minor baseball in Chatham. Quite the golfer. He played to about a zero handicap when he was playing regularly. He got a scholarship to Wayne State University. He graduated last year, and he has quite a record of success with the Barnstormers since he started last year. And his role is basically to be the save. He is the closer.
Tied for first in the league in saves and tied for first in relief pitcher points with 11. So in terms of the point scoring, you get 3 for a save, 2 for a win in relief. And you get marked 2, you get docked 2 points, -2 for a loss in relief. So some good numbers here for Garrett Day in this 2025 season. We saw he was quite steady in the inaugural season last year.
Yep, and he came into some really tense situations and was solid throughout the year. Pitched in the All-Star game. And I say if you're looking to improve your golf game, you should come out and talk to Garrett someday.
My game can't be helped. There's no help for that. I'd like to talk to him. That'd be great. But the game, it's gone. It's gone. Here's Garrett Day, and he pumps the first pitch strike on Brandon Nickel. Good movement.
Ball comes back. Really has a lot of movement on his fastball. I say he's a tall guy, and he slings the ball. The fastball moves quite a bit.
Key moment of the game here. 2 outs in the 8th. This one rides a bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike on Brandon Nickel, who's 2 for 3 in the game. He has doubled. He's singled. And he's grounded out. Garrett Day in for the hopefully 4-out save situation. Trying to get out of this 8th inning. 1 on. 2 out. 1-1 pitch, and this one grounded to third base. Stays fair. A tricky hop, and this one is just going to have to be eaten at third base. That was
over the bag.
Right way to go there for Robert Mackey. That's just a bit of bad luck if you're on the Barnstormers' point of view there.
Yep, the ball crossed the bag in fair territory.
There wasn't much on it.
No. If it crosses in fair territory, it doesn't matter where it lands once it passes third base.
Not hit very hard at all, so that didn't help Mackey and the Barnstormers either. So infield single for Nickel. Reyes Cruz moves to second, so the tying run in scoring position now for Hamilton. And this one rides inside and low from Garrett Day. Tension mounts here in the top of the 8th inning. Barnstormers with a 1-run lead. And they've called upon their closer to close things down here in the 8th. Look back at second. Swing and a miss. Big cut there from Jonathan Salazzo. Couldn't catch up to it. 1 ball and 1 strike. Great ball game here tonight. This one a tapper foul. And now Day back in the driver's seat. Garrett with a 1 ball strike count.
Haven't seen his changeup yet. He has quite the changeup. It's a circle change that he throws sidearm, and the ball actually goes a little bit up at the end of the release. It's an unusual pitch.
Day look back at second. Now a second look back. 1-2 pitch, and this one will go past the glove of the catcher and all the way back to the backstop, and both runners will move up 90 feet.
I don't know if he was crossed up there or not. Makuta usually is pretty sure-handed. I'm not sure if they were on the same page for that pitch.
Either a wild pitch or a pass ball. We'll get the call officially on that one. Wild pitch is now the call. Big pitch here. 2-2 pitch from Day. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. What a huge K from Day. Salazzo strikes out. The eighth inning's over. We go to the bottom of the eighth. The Barnstormers still lead it 3-2. You're watching Barnstormers Live.
The second annual Barnstormers Golf Tournament takes place Tuesday, July 15th at Willow Ridge Golf and Country Club. Barnstormers' own Garrett Day will also be in attendance. To register, contact us at the emails on screen.
Looking for a fun, active way to keep your kids moving? At Great Lakes Gymnastics, our recreational classes are all about building strength, coordination, and confidence, all while having a blast. And when it's time to celebrate, we throw birthday parties kids will never forget, packed with games, gymnastics, and tons of smiles. In our safe, state-of-the-art facility, every child gets the chance to shine. Join the fun at Great Lakes Gymnastics, where every day feels like a celebration.
Hard-line drive up the middle. Whoa! Lindor out of nowhere. How did he do that?
That Lindor can play. I don't know about that hair. And don't get me started on those gloves.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
It's time for a revolution. The Ref 1X by Rollins.
It's us again.
Little Sweet Caroline, bottom of the eighth inning, Fergie Jenkins Field. Barnstormers Live, and we've been treated to a great ball game here tonight. Mike Rennie along with Ed Myers, 3-2 lead as you see there, the Barnstormers. And we've been in a nail-biter since the bottom of the fourth. And we haven't seen a run across since. So half a ball game we haven't seen in the offense. But it's been a good one.
Good ball game, good pitching, some great defensive plays. And if you haven't been out here yet, you need to come out and watch the Barnstormers. It's good ball.
And certainly one of the stars of this game, obviously defensively, Mitsuki Fukuda, your catcher. He's thrown out 3 would-be Steelers in this game alone. A throw-out hat trick. And that brings the total to 9 on this young season for Fukuda. So he's played a big part defensively in this game. And he's had a couple of singles offensively to show it as he takes a strike there from Caleb Sorowski.
Choking up on the bat this time around. I think he wants to just put the bat on the ball and get on base.
Fukuda, Wagner, and Haggith in this bottom of the eighth. CK would love an insurance run or two. This one, some good movement outside. And 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, busy weekend here for CK. They're on the road. Afternoon game in Toronto tomorrow at Christie Pitts against the Maple Leafs. This one is slider outside and low. And Fukuda with a good eye. He now leads in this count, 3 balls and 1 strike. 2 for 3 on the night. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and it gets him right in the backside. Like right in the backside as he might be a little uncomfortable there as he goes to first base, but right in the posterior he got that one. But I guess if you're going to get hit, that's maybe a good place to get hit.
Yeah, hit the padded section. That's what they're...
Yes, good way to put it. The left-hand side of the backside. So Fukuda hit by pitch. Barnstormers have 1 on here. And nobody out. Timmy Wagner now steps in right-hand side. Cleanup hitter for the Barnstormers. He's reached on an error. Hit into a fielder's choice, and he's grounded out. Looking to sacrifice Fukuda to second. And takes a strike. 233 average coming into this one here from Wagner.
Not often you see the cleanup hitter preparing to give himself up for a sacrifice bunt.
This one is a good one to the pitcher, and he goes to first, and that is the beauty of a sacrifice there from Wagner. That's exactly what they wanted, and he delivered, so Fukuda gets safely into scoring position now at second base.
It's a lost art, right? Being able to bunt, lay a ball down, that was a sign of a good ball player.
Was it last inning or 2 innings ago where they had that opportunity to maybe bunt him along, didn't do it, and maybe there was some regret there.
Who knows? This will make the game interesting, right?
Now 1 out, runner in scoring position for Haggith. This one, he is low in the dirt, ball 1. Braxton Haggith, 0 for 3. He struck out, grounded out, and popped out to shortstop in the shallow grass in left field. Swing and a miss, man. He was swinging for Tilbury right there. Comes up empty. Braxton Haggith. Robert Mackey on deck with that huge 2-run shot. Really the play of the game so far. Back in the fourth, he is on deck. 1-1 to Haggith as he shoots this one off the end of the bat. And a foul ball. Pitcher Caleb Sorowski now in the driver's seat in this situation. 1 ball and 2 strikes in the bottom of the 8th.
He's coming with strikes anyway. He's challenging the batters.
Tsuki Fukuda, healthy lead off of second base. Here's the 1-2 outside. Oh, very nice words from Stephanie. Thanks for the words there, Stephanie. She likes what we're doing. Two balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. This one lofted into shallow center field. And so shallow, it wasn't center field at all. It was like right behind second base. And making the catch, Brandon Nickel. And that's a big out there for your Hamilton. That's 2 down now.
Had him off balance. He's way out in front.
Fukuda stays where he is at second. Still in scoring position.
If Mackey can deliver for us again. He's the guy that hit the 2-run homer. Put us ahead.
It was a shot straight away center field, and he got all of it. And really all we need here is a good single in the gap to get an insurance run home. 3-2 Barnstormers with the lead. Crowd very much into it. They've been treated to a wonderful ball game here tonight. Pitch to Mackey and a half-hearted swing there. He, I think, regretted going around to swing halfway
He's
through.
Committed,
it.
Yep.
Yeah, couldn't do much about it. And now the pitcher Sorowski behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Or Sorowski ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. On Robert Mackey. Polowick on deck, and a slider goes outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 3-2 Barnstormers. Garrett Day will be in top of the 9th as he came in for that last out of the bottom of the 8th inning. So they'll rely on their closer to get 3 more outs. Hopefully secure the 5th straight victory. We will find out. Here's a ground ball left-hand side of the third baseman. Now he's just going to chase after Fukuda. And Salazzo will catch up to him, tag him, and that's going to do it for the 8th inning. 8 complete. We go to the nervous 9th, top of the 9th, and a slight 3-2 lead for the Barnstormers. Garrett Day coming in to try and close it out on Barnstormers Live.
It's us again. Enyo Pest Advisors, 226-627-4944. Enyo, bigger than bugs.
My name is Spencer Marcus, outfielder for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers from Chatham, Ontario. The community support has been amazing for baseball. Everybody coming together. You never really thought of this town as a baseball town, more of a hockey town. I remember when I found out that Kent Essex Mutual Insurance wanted to do an interview about a hometown hero. I never thought somebody would look at just a baseball player like that. It takes a lot of support to make this team a success, and the Barnstormers wouldn't be where they are today without help from sponsors like Kent Essex Mutual Insurance.
Still selling critical illness insurance. Still selling retirement savings plans. Still selling group benefit plans. Still selling life insurance. Still selling disability insurance.
How are you selling insurance?
Not today. Play ball.
Back here at Fergie Jenkins Field, along with our good friends at Kent Essex Mutual Insurance Company, we have been treated to a dandy on this Saturday night. It's the Barnstormers 3 and the Hamilton Cardinals 2. Mike Renier along with Ed Myers, Dan Dominguez, our statistician, Cole Dupuis, our lead producer tonight. And we hope that you have enjoyed peering in on us here on this Saturday night. Barnstormers 3 outs away from stretching their win streak to 5, but still a nervous ninth here. Garrett Day back on the bump to try and secure said win. Came in to get that last out of that 8th inning, which was not an easy task.
No, he had pitched himself. He pitched himself out of a little bit of a jam.
Swing and a miss, good movement, and a big rip there from Carlos Dominguez, your cleanup hitter for Hamilton. One ball and one strike. Sorry.
Sinks, I'm sorry. The ball sinks quite a bit. You can see it from up here.
Crowd getting into it too. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Another one where the bottom falls right out. And it looks like Garrett Day has no problem being in control of his pitches tonight. Trying to get a big, big save. This pressure cooker of a ninth. Now time called. Dominguez 2 hits tonight in a K. He has singled twice. And he's also been caught stealing once from Fukuda. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 1 out in the 9th inning. Good velocity there from Garrett Day. One out here in the 9th. Yoki Pena now up for Hamilton. 7th strikeout from a Barnstormers pitcher tonight. DH Yoki Pena now up for the Cards. First pitch is stung to first.
Good play.
Nice play by Wagner as he short hops it, takes it to the bag himself. That was played perfectly. And Timmy makes out number 2 of this 9th inning.
Great play. Short hopped it, kept his eye. He kept down, kept his eye on the ball. Unassisted play at first base. He's played a very good game. Good ball player.
Now number 97 will be a pinch hitter here for the Hamilton Cardinals. Brendan Daly, the last hope here for the Hamilton Cardinals now, as he will be your pinch hitter for Jaden Brown, the left fielder. Brown 0 for 3 in the game. So now Daly off the bench against Day. Day versus Daly. And no call from the umpire there, Munt. Brian Munt, home plate umpire, says that was a bit low. Here's the pitch from Day, and that one again narrowly missing. A couple of very close pitches, and both going the way of Daly, pinch hitter for Hamilton. 2 balls and no strikes, so the nervousness continues just a little bit here. Garrett Day trying to close this one out. 2-0 pitch, this one well outside low. Yep.
Overthrew that one.
3 balls and no strikes from Garrett Day.
Got the temperament of a golfer. That's what I've always thought with him. He can think and work his way through this, I'm sure.
Only the 5th at bat of the season for Daly. Still looking for his first hit. 0 for 4 stepping in. There is a strike. And 3 balls and 1 strike from Garrett Day. So a small sample size hitting-wise for Daly for Hamilton.
He hasn't swung yet.
See if he challenges him here. 3-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. We're filled up in the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. It comes down to this one. Barnstormers trying to make it 5 wins in a row. 3-2, 2 out. Top of the 9th, 3-2 lead for CK. Day's ready. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Just outside. Ball 4. That one had another lot of movement on it. And the pinch hitter Daly wins that battle. He'll jog down to first with a 2-out walk. Julie Vittini now coming up here for the Barnstormers. Catcher for Hamilton. Cardinals catcher tonight. And a first pitch strike pumped in there from Garrett Day. Vittini, he is singled, flown out to center on a great play by Marcus, and he's also struck out. And he's also been caught stealing 1 of 3 off the arm of Vakuda for the Barnstormers. This one, a grounder to short. This might do it. On to first. Barnstormers win! And the winning streak moves to 5. A 6-3 putout ends this one on a Saturday night in a good crowd at Fergie Jenkins Field. It was nervous for much of that last part of the ball game, but CK able to win 3-2 over Hamilton tonight and make it 5 in a row. Our Great Lakes Gymnastics post-game show off of the 5th straight win for the Barnstormers. And again, we saw a lot of things right tonight. We saw some key pitching, a 4-out save for Garrett Day, but good pitching from start to finish for the Barnstormers, and they needed it.
Yep, and we've been talking about that most days, that the second year seems to have helped settle in a lot of our young pitchers, and we had 3 young guys there throwing tonight, and they did a really good job. 2 of them are Chatham products, with Pettipiece coming in from London area, and they performed very well.
As we're going to throw it down to Peter Cobb in just a moment, looks like he's going to talk with Robert Mackey. But right when he needed a big hit, 2-run home run from Mackey. That was still relatively early in the game.
Yeah.
Back in the first half of the game where the Barnstormers got the lead, and they just ran it from there. As we go down to the field, let's talk with Peter Cobb.
What an entertaining ball game here tonight. Good gracious. Wow. Hey, before I talk to our player of the game, we got to give a shout out to, how about Brock Woodson tonight? 6 innings pitched, 2 runs, 4 strikeouts. Eric Pettipiece, 1 2/3 innings with 3 strikeouts. And Garrett Day mowing them down with a 4-out save. But this gentleman to my immediate right, down by a run, and he said, hey, I'm going to put a charge into one. And you did, to deep right center field. No question about it. The difference in this ball game, Robert, walk us through that at bat.
Honestly, I was just trying to put it in play, to be honest with you.
Well, keep doing that, will you, please? Putting it in play, because they're still searching for the ball out there at deep right center field. What a tremendous win here tonight. Your pitching staff, the defense was exceptional. It was really a team win.
Yeah.
All right. I'll tell you what, folks, let's give it up for Robert Mackey, our player of the game.
Good interview there, Peter Cobb. Thanks a lot, Pete. Mike Renier along with Ed Myers once again up here in the broadcast booth. 5 in a row. Are rolling in the IBL.
Certainly are. They've strung together 5 wins, and some of them are really close games. And the changes that occurred is in our pitching. We've had some timely hitting. Put that with consistent pitching, and you have a formula for some success.
Get up here in the broadcast booth. I don't know where he went. Oh, Eric Nordoff, a buddy of mine since, I think, kindergarten. Son of Dave Nordoff, a long time.
Who I went to school with.
Yeah, that's right. So the Nordoff family, very strong here. Very big supporters of the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. Now they hit the road for a couple of games, trying to keep this winning streak going, trying to make it 6 tomorrow. Won't be easy, largely due to a big road trip up in Toronto, Christie Pitts, and really a gritty Maple Leafs ball club.
Yes, they've shown some signs of big improvement over last year's team, and they've been playing about 500 ball in the last couple of weeks. And it's always tough to go up to Toronto on a Sunday afternoon after playing on Saturday night. And of course, we have London coming in here on Tuesday. And for the first time ever, a triple header next weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon.
I said 2 on the road. I was totally wrong. It's just 1 on the road. And then a 4-game road trip, or a 4-game homestand, as you mentioned, with London on Tuesday, and then that big series next weekend against the Barrie Baycats. So really, all of those games, it's going to be a good test for the Barnstormers.
And don't forget, Tuesday night is Doug Melvin night here with London, and his portrait will be displayed on Rotary Park along with Billy Atkinson and Fergie Jenkins. We look forward to that.
3 amazing guys, and 3 amazing ambassadors in baseball, and looking forward to seeing that on Tuesday night. Again, we want to say thank you to Hard 90 with all these great things, and they've been in a good partnership with the Barnstormers. They've got some great things.
Yep, good-looking stuff, and all personalized with Barnstormer logos, and they look good.
5-game winning streak for the Barnstormers. It was an exciting one tonight, 3-2 win. And that was not an easy one, but a thrilling game against the Hamilton Cardinals. So 5 in a row now for the Barnstormers. On the road in Toronto tomorrow, 2 o'clock start time at Christie Pitts. Make sure you tune in to the Leafs YouTube crew. We'll put on a good show for you tomorrow. And then Chris McLeod and Ed Myers will have the call for you on Tuesday, as they will be starting off a 4-game homestand here at Fergie Jenkins Field. So make sure you're here at the park, but if not, we'll take good care of you. So on behalf of everybody up here, again, putting on a wonderful show, thanks to Dan Dominguez, our statistician, Cole Dupuis doing a great job producing, Eric Nordoff, my good buddy, for a long, long time now, 40 years? God, we're old. But we love it. Thanks for being here tonight, too, Eric. He is Ed Myers. My name is Mike Renier. One-time final here tonight. A good ball game. Your final score, the Barnstormers 3 and the Hamilton Cardinals 2.